worth it. And while you're there, ask about the full body cancer screening. Super important to do. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's only one time. Do it, man. It's Life Imaging FLA.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey folks, Jack here telling you now is the time to go solar and go to solarsource.com. That's because the 30% federal solar tax credit is in jeopardy of expiring at the end of this year. But now is the time to act to save 30% off solar. Go to solarsource.com and start the process and get your order in before August 31st to claim your 2025 tax credit and save up to 30%, slash your energy bills, and beat rising utility rates. Go to solarsource.com today and tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Be so for real. $5 doesn't get you much these days, unless you're at McDonald's. Because right now, you can get a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg combo meal, a savory sausage McMuffin with egg, crispy hash browns, and a small premium roast coffee. It's a full morning lineup for just $5. The price of your lost couch change, your wallet, and your stomach. Well, thank you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Back to school got you tight on cash? McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Pick from your favorites like a rich caramel frappe or chocolatey mocha frappe. All small frappes are just $3.50. Or grab the iconic snack wrap for just $2.99. That's right, the snack wraps you love are back. Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $4 McValue menu? There's something for every appetite, every vibe, and every kind of day. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The news News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, August 18th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Zelensky at the White House, round 2, to weather Karens freak out over Hurricane Erin, then RIP to MSNBC. The network is changing everything today. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Ready to party.
Good.
Yeah,
Not
nice
bad.
to be back at it. Yeah, feels good. We're going to crack all the knuckles, get everything ready. We got a full week of big shows ahead for you here today, friends. Excited for that. So let's jump in as we always do. There's lots of stuff to go over, and let's do just that. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers in the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Atlanta, Georgia, everybody.
All right.
That's right. That's right. We're going to Atlanta, Georgia. And there's a judge in Atlanta, Georgia. You only have so many jobs as a judge. You really do. And I want to show you what happened in this guy's courtroom. Now, do me a favor. Don't interrupt. Just listen, and you'll understand what's going on. Okay? Here we go. This is Judge. What? It looks like it says Judge Melanie Leftridge. Maybe he's in some other judge's courtroom. That can't be a Melanie, right? This gentleman can't be Melanie.
It doesn't look like a Melanie, no.
Melanie is what the name looks like, unless this could be him. But
unless is that maybe some like old Southern name where that maybe women kind of took over, but it used to be like Francis,
Maybe could be, but let's see what this guy does. Here we go.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty as to all 6 counts of the bill of indictment. Sheriff, will you please hand this to State's counsel?
Wait for it.
And pass it over to...
Wait, what?
Didn't I say not?
No.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all 6 counts.
Okay, guy.
Wow.
What?
What a roller coaster.
How is that possible?
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty. And everybody's like, oh, God, man, his life is ruined. And he goes, and everybody starts reacting. He goes, what?
Wait, what?
Didn't I say not? And then they go, no. And he goes, oh, yeah, sorry. We find the defendant not guilty. Literally the most important word. You could have screwed up jury a million times if you wanted to.
If only it said, like, psych, you're not guilty. But God, how do you mess that up?
My favorite part is his excuse after this. I'm going to bring this back just so you can enjoy the glory one more time, all right? eFresh Rocks on Twitch says, I literally missed it. You won't this time. Here we go.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty as to all 6 counts of the bill of indictment. Sheriff, will you please hand this to State's counsel and pass it over to...
Wait, what?
Didn't I say not?
No.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all 6 counts. I apologize for my mispronunciation.
Yeah, that's not a mispronunciation, cowboy. All right? It's like...
I'm pretty sure not is bold and underlined when it comes to reading that script.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah.
All right? If it's not, it should be. Like, as bold...
It's the most important word on the page.
Yeah.
However, I can't help but not be that mad at this because imagine if it had happened in the opposite direction.
That'd have been great.
Imagine if they said, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, and the jury was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And judge goes, oh, just kidding. Sorry, I read the thing that wasn't circled. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty. You're going to jail. 7 counts.
That would be
Bye.
rough. Yeah, this is a better, reveal afterwards if you're the person who's possibly facing some jail time here. It's a little bit better that way, but very awkward. That's Fulton County Superior Judge Melanie Leftridge. I mean, I guess his name it's Melyne Leftridge. Melanie. I don't know any other way to say that. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but that's the name of the judge here in Atlanta who certainly got this
that's
wrong.
not. He was in a different room.
Was he?
Yeah,
because
Melanie Leftridge is a black woman.
Oh, okay. So they're seeing this like news people are like, okay, it's automatically the person who's got the placard in front of the judge here. That must be what the case is. All right, there we go. We're waiting today. Zelensky of Ukraine is going to be headed to the White House. Could the war in Ukraine end today? That's the rumor. Who the hell knows if that's going to be the case, though? All I know is last time Zelensky was in the White House, it was pretty exciting and explosive.
Yeah,
so
it's got to be weird to be in that situation as Zelensky's in, because most people, like if it were the three of us and we were invited to go to the White House and tour the place, we would be like, oh, we're going to the White House.
We'll
Here we go.
Pretty
fancy. You might wear something nice.
That's the big question, I imagine, or one of the big ones is like, is his outfit going to be the same as last time?
Oh, yeah. True. Hey, let's put some monies on that because we're going to see this today. You think he's going to be in his traditional like Zelensky shirt, not a suit, or is he going to try to change everything from the
JD
last
Vance
round?
called him out for, right? Or
He
was
did,
it Trump?
yeah.
One of
them did. Here, let's go back to the White House. All right, here's what the round one altercation looked like. Zelensky's wearing just a shirt and jeans, it looks like, and he was dressed down a little bit at the White House, and then he got dressed down at the White House. If you don't recall, it was pretty explosive, so that's why it's interesting to see what's happening for round two.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction
JD
of the
Vance.
country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
Uh-oh.
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour.
This did not go well, unless you forgot. This ended with, I think, Zelensky being like kind of booted or leaving, one of the two. I don't remember whose idea it was from the leave, but it didn't go well. And then afterwards, there was a lot of talk about what are we going to do next. So now, I would imagine that you want to do a reboot, right? You want to go in there. You want to be dressed different.
To finish my thought, like now this guy's going to the White House and going, oh, here we go again. This did not go well last time. I don't think a lot of people get to say that.
No. You usually don't get invited back ever, I don't think. I think that's just the end of the game there. By the way, that judge's name was Alton Oliver, according to NBC News. Mr. Alton Oliver was the guy who flubbed that whole thing up. But Trump says, and I don't know if this is true, Zelensky can end the Russia war almost immediately. This would require, I'm sure, obviously concessions. If you want to have people make an agreement on anything, there's always going to be some sort of concessions. But will Zelensky be willing to do that? The idea is that this is a 1-2-3 punch, right? Step one was get Putin to sit down with the U.S. Check, right? That's done. Get Zelensky to sit down today. That's check-ish. Well, it hasn't. Well, let's not count our chickens here. But Zelensky's headed to check off number two. And then number three is get Putin and Zelensky to sit together to hash it all out in a trilateral meeting that involves the U.S. So this would be 2 out of 3 things.
And that ain't bad.
And that's not bad. And the reason why this is important is because basically we're coming around the time where we redefine what our sanctions are going to be against Russia. If you don't know what sanctions are ways to punish countries. Okay. So let's say you don't like Russia and how they're handling things in Ukraine. You would put sanctions on those countries, and any U.S. companies that deal with them or any other dealings internationally are impacted by this. And Russia has been drastically impacted their economy in a lot of ways by sanctions from the United States. Just like this has happened in Cuba and, Venezuela, wherever we have sanctions, it sucks for the country where this happens. So our leverage for Russia is like, hey, you want to get rid of some of these sanctions? We got to make a deal here. And if this deal is not made, then the sanctions go in place, and then you got like a year. So that's a big deal. And here's why. If you don't make a deal now and the sanctions go in place and it's like they're locked in for about a year, that's a year where every single month people are dying. That's a year where every single month, and these soldiers on both sides. There was a story yesterday that said 20,000 Russians died last month. I don't know how accurate that is, but and that's insane to think about, right? Like, if that's even half accurate, it's absolutely insane to think about. Stretch that out across a year, and you're talking about 250,000 people on one side of this. So, I don't know. I, for one, am always rooting for peace. I hope they are able to figure this out, but maybe we get some fireworks like last time, huh?
Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Many questions. So we'll see how this all goes. I'm sure he's thought about this and considered this. He says
tap dances in a full suit.
Yeah, man. Welcome. It's so great to be in the greatest country in the world.
Not even suit, like a black tie, and you have the little penguin tails at the end, a red carpet. It's like, these what you want?
Yeah.
Fancy enough for you, America?
Puts on his MAGA hat and just hands Trump a big golden statue to put with all the other gold stuff that's in the White House right now.
He's like, I noticed you didn't have enough gold in this room. Perhaps we could work something else in. And, you know, you got to get the missiles. You got to get the missiles. He said online, I have already arrived in Washington. I will meet with President Trump. We will talk with European leaders. I'm grateful to the President of the United States for the invitation. We all equally want to end this war quickly and reliably, and peace must be lasting. Not like it was years ago when Ukraine was forced to give up Crimea. These are sections of the country, obviously, that they don't want to annex or give up. And so he says, I'm confident that we will protect Ukraine, effectively guarantee its security, and that our people will always be grateful to President Trump, everyone in America, every partner for their support and invaluable assistance. Okay. I mean, it seems like he's strategizing a bit differently. So we shall see what happens on this very busy Monday. It's going to be fun. All right, let's look at the box office this weekend and see who was in the number one spot with a bullet again. Weapons.
I knew it.
2 weeks in a row, that movie, this horror thriller, did this weekend $25 million, which is pretty good. Like, usually they fall off bigger than that. Freakier Friday, still holding on, baby. Look at them go. And I guess the one that kind of flopped a little bit was Nobody 2, which Nobody came out, if you might recall, during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. It's Better Call Saul guy. What's his name?
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk is the star. I kind of thought it was okay. Like, it was kind of fun. It was funnish to watch. But it only made $9.25 million in its first weekend, and on down the line. The movie that really got trampled was, oh my God, it's not even on my list here. That is not great. Here, let's see. Sydney Sweeney's new movie, Americana. Not great.
No idea. I don't remember seeing any trailers for that.
Yeah, I guess you're not alone.
Just
Americana.
Jeans commercials.
Yeah, right. The jeans thing didn't help out with this movie, if that was any kind of intention here. But it opened in 1,100 theaters nationwide and $500,000. Nada so good for Sydney Sweeney's new movie at the box office. Maybe you saw it. Let us know what you think. Give us your thoughts on that and so much more. All right, we've got a lot to go through. We're going to hear you. Your dispatches are getting all queued up and locked in. We'll get to those. We've got MSNBC is changing their name. They just announced this. Oh, the strategy here is it's interesting. We'll see what they're up to. We got to talk about this big semi-truck crash that happened over the weekend, which was just jaw-dropping to see. And I have so many questions about this. We'll get into that drama. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at heavy traffic this morning on I-4 in the Orlando area for those traveling east and westbound on the interstate by the major attractions exits and through downtown. Activity reported on I-4 eastbound that has the left lane blocked at Osceola Polk Line Road. If you see other traffic problems this morning, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. Financial freedom happens here. Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Folks, there is a company that I really, truly respect, and I am happy to tell you about all the time here on the show. And if you need help with your air conditioning, you are in really good luck because Mills Air exists. They're out there. They're ready to help you out. Their techs are the best. So you don't have to worry about that. 'Cause sometimes you'll call somebody, maybe the company's okay, but it's a real crapshoot as to whether the person who comes out to your house is respectful, knowledgeable, or is going to be fair. Because sometimes they just aren't. But with Mills Air, their techs are absolutely fantastic, and they're striving to provide you with the service that you're looking for. They want to be fair. They want to be affordable, and they want to be fast. And that's what they do over at Mills Air. So if you have any issues with your air conditioner, don't freak out. Do not panic. Just call Mills. 407-277-1159. That's the number, and I'll give it to you one more time. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Sometimes injuries that may seem minor today affect you for the rest of your life. Not all injuries are visible. I've seen it too many times. A client hires the wrong attorney who just wants to get fast cash. You've already gotten hurt in the accident. Don't get hurt again. Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or give me a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and the race is on to sell 500 new Kias this month. Every new Kia is clearance price with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP. And when you trade in your vehicle, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy it, meaning you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. Best of all, our friendly, non-commissioned sales team is here to help, not hustle. I'm Joe Rossi.
Hey! Good Monday, everybody. Question for you, chat. I gave the camera a little lift. Brought our cameraman up a little bit higher with the idea of there not being as much blowout from the lights. And I want to give this a whirl, okay? Let's see. Let's wake up the system. Let's see how this is. Review the new camera height. Okay? Follow me around a little bit. If I go back here, if I go over here. Thoughts? It should be less blowout from the lights up there. Thoughts? Too much shadow from the hat bill? No, not here. Not if I got light on me. If I get too close, it'll shadow out, but it won't be any different. Makes you look smaller. I actually did get smaller over the weekend. That's one of the problems. I don't know what happened. I woke up and it was like a reverse big. I got 1 foot smaller over the weekend. And my bones are hurting. It's tight. It's very tight. Okay, we're coming back, everybody. MSNBC is changing their name. Peacock is RIP. Big changes on the way. And a lot of them are dumb. Dumb. We're going to see how this goes. You know, you folks, can't you be helpful about anything? anything. Can't you be helpful about a single thing?
Every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Get into summer with iHeart80. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeartRadio. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This is
We're watching Hurricane Erin. We'll give you track updates on that very soon. We got all the information about what's happening with the big meeting at the White House today. Drama. Lots of good stuff on the way. One thing I saw this weekend that was absolutely insane to me was a crash that went down on the Florida Turnpike. I don't know if you, Sabrina and Sealand, saw this video that was everywhere this weekend. And the driver got arrested. Like, he's facing charges and stuff for this.
The one that tried to do a full U-turn?
Yeah, and this is going to be
rough.
This will be a little harder to explain to people who aren't in Florida. So we have a road called the Turnpike, which is a toll road.
It's Florida's Turnpike.
Florida's Turnpike, yes. And it's not a very big road. It's not a lot of lanes. But it is a fast way to get down to South Florida. It's a way that most people take if you're going to get down as another option to I-95.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of accidents on this road for dumb reasons. People are off to the side of the road trying to get help and stuff, end up getting hit by folks. But one thing that you definitely don't do is a U-turn on the Turnpike. It's just like, it's not a thing, okay? You know who gets to do a U-turn on the Turnpike? The police. Sometimes, I think. Every once in a while, we'll let the coppers...
Officials only, I believe, is the signage on every single U-turn.
Yes.
Open spot.
Which there's not even that many of those, you know? Like, there's only a couple of breakthroughs where you could do this. And this dude tried to do a U-turn on this road where you just don't do a U-turn in a semi-truck, right? That's like a no. Like, what you do is you get off at the next stop. When you get off at the next stop, you go off onto the roads there, turn your vehicle around safely, and get back on in the other direction. That's what you do.
Or you go to one of the service plazas where you could get off and then go around the building and then get back on the other one.
Yeah.
On the other side.
Yes, but he didn't do that. This guy did not do that. This semi-truck driver who's been arrested for this did not do that. This was around Fort Pierce, Florida, where this went down. And the guy was trying to do an absolutely illegal U-turn. And he just stops his semi in the middle of this road.
Oh my God, so bad.
He blocks all of the lanes as he's cutting through to try to do this illegal U-turn. And I have to admit, I was very confused that the vehicle just slammed right into him. It didn't even think like there's a van that just crashes into his semi.
At full speed.
Yeah, it didn't even really look like it hit the brakes or anything. It was kind of crazy. Here's what it looks like for those of you watching. You can watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Welcome in. But here it is. Okay, now they're driving down the road. We don't need the sad music.
Sad.
There goes a minivan into the side of this thing, okay?
And the driver,
he turns it.
So chill about all this.
Blocks all the lanes. Minivan. I guess it just didn't even have time. Boom. And it goes and gets stuck underneath the semi, killing 3 people. 3 people that were on board this.
Absolutely crushed. I mean, because
destroyed.
I want to know the logic of this driver, because they saw a small space. Did they not know how, time and physics work?
I don't know.
And it's going to take a while to do a U-turn with a massive semi-truck?
Well, I mean, it obviously did. It was so crazy and insane that this person ever attempted this, and it was a crime. It was a crime that resulted in the deaths of 3 people, a 37-year-old woman from Pompano Beach, a 54-year-old man from Miami, and the driver was a 30-year-old man. And I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 of them lost the top halves of their body. You know what I mean? Because they went underneath the semi truck. That's what happened to their car at full speed because this absolute jackass, this monster, decided to hang a Yui where absolutely everybody with a brain knows you can't do that. And there's almost this smug look on his face when they hit the camera on him, like, bro, this guy is in the country illegally. He came across the border with Mexico illegally a couple years ago. Apparently, and this is a true sin because this should not be happening in any country on the planet, California will issue CDL licenses, meaning commercial driver's licenses, to illegal immigrants in the country. And so he was able to get a CDL license, even though he wasn't here legally. And he's able to drive commercial vehicles, which are like a protected class of large, dangerous vehicles on our roads because of California giving him this license, which is just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This should never have happened. And now he's been arrested. Florida troopers with the assistance of ICE determined the driver, Harjinder Singh, is an Indian dude. He entered the U.S. illegally after crossing the border with Mexico in 2018. Then he got a commercial driver's license, or a CDL, in California. 3 people lost their lives as a result of his recklessness, and countless friends and family members will experience the pain of their loss forever. Imagine this. Homeboy could have just kept going. I don't know what you do in India. But in America, we keep going. You turn around the vehicle safely. You get going the other way. But he, in the right lane, turns over, does a U-turn, blocks all lanes of traffic.
What could be so
smashes. Yeah, nothing. I mean, nothing. These people died. It's so crazy. They were just sitting there chilling, just hanging out, Papa Yui. And then he doesn't even he doesn't even react that much. He's like, oh, boy.
His passenger reacts more than he does.
Yeah, he just kind of goes, oh, it seems like a van.
What'd you do, man?
Has plowed into the car here. And then all these vehicles show up, and, there he is on the side of the road. But, probably wondering how I got to this spot. So he's going to be behind bars. He's on vehicular homicide charges and immigration violations. At the conclusion of his state charges, which I don't even know if he should see a conclusion of those, but he will be deported. Just crazy to me. And these poor people, this family just driving down the road. And I mean, you just hope that people are smart enough to understand how to drive around you. It's the risk we take every single day. We take the risk that every other person that we share this planet with will follow the rules.
There's a lot of trust involved.
It is. And sometimes people let you down on that trust. It's just absolutely insane to me.
I saw an incident this morning, no fatalities that I was aware of, but somebody lost a bunch of paint. I mean,
oh, no.
It opened up too?
Yes, it did.
On the interstate?
On 408.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple big tubs of paint.
Cute colors or just your
white,
standard? Oh,
just white. And you can see people drove right through it, and then you could tell where it got on their tires, and then painted more. Oh gosh, what a mess!
They got to redo the whole road because of that. You think?
Not the whole thing, but
because if everybody's tires are just white striping it down the road, oh God, what a nightmare. Anyhow, see what you think about that. Let us know if you saw that story this weekend. Actually, let me pull the tab back up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on See It Now for those of you who didn't see, since it's a visual. And then I'll pay off the other tease, which was a big change is on the way. In fact, 2 changes. I can't take this much in one day. 2 changes in one day. MSNBC. All right. You've known about it for a while. It's, it's MSN on account of Microsoft was attached to it at one point in time. I don't even think they are anymore. And then NBC. And that was the cable network. It's been going against CNN and Fox News for quite some time. They're like the left-wing version of America. If you click it on you and you're a left-wing person, you're like, absolutely, yeah. That's what you get. And then Fox is, on the right-hand side. MSNBC because of this whole big conglomerate deal in television, they're changing their name. They are changing their name, which is always weird when this happens. It's like whenever name changes come into play. We just talked about Disney ditching Hulu.
That is true.
They're getting rid of that one. And then
of
we
course,
had
the roller coaster of Max, HBO Max, HBO, and then whatever they had Plus at some point.
Yeah, that one was hard to follow. There was a lot of snip snaps on that one. And MSNBC is now changing their name. This was the announcement.
We will become MS Now, which stands for My Source for News, Opinion, and the World. And look, Andrew.
My source for news, opinion, and the world?
What?
It's not a good name, guys.
MS Now. Okay, instead of MSNBC, MS Now. My source for news, opinion, in the world.
We will become MS Now, which stands for My Source for News, Opinion, and the World. And look, Andrew, they even have a graphic up.
Ooh, the graphic's not that great either. It looks like Miss Now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why is there so much space between the MS and the Now? Does it move?
There it is.
No, it doesn't move.
No.
It looks like Miss Now.
And the symbol next to it is what state?
I don't know. It's some sort of
people
flag.
in italics.
It's like a blue flag with an equal sign on it.
This is
MS Space Now. That's
looks like
the change there.
the we don't know if Now is married or not. You know, Ms. Now. Zink08 says, does Sean mean liberal when he says left wing? I don't think he knows the difference. I don't think you know the difference. I don't think I genuinely 100% don't think you know the difference. MSNBC is definitely a left aligned, and I would say they probably most of the hosts don't like liberals. All right, most of the hosts on MSNBC probably they're further than progressive. And if you were going out from the center, you would probably go like mainstream Democrat, you would go liberal, you would go progressive. Then you would start to get to what you would consider left wing with democratic socialists and stuff out there a little bit further, and then on down the line. So don't project on me. You're the person who probably doesn't know what you're talking about. But either way, tune in to MS Now. That's what they want you to be watching. That's the changes happening. And they're also ripping Peacock, because I guess Peacock is tied to MSNBC and the NBC part.
Wait, and Peacock's gone, or they're separating?
Yeah. They're changing Peacock too. Yeah, they're changing.
This is ridiculous.
I know.
Peacock is doing very well, especially with the last Love Island.
I thought so.
Or was that Paramount?
No,
Peacock.
Yeah,
Peacock was doing pretty well. It was kind of the last to come out and change things, but they might change something. Now they're dropping the Peacock logo on MSNBC, obviously, and putting that little flag thing there. And then I just don't like the space between MS and Now. My source, news, opinion, world is what they say. It's been a long time people have been saying that. Whether they've been saying it like, yeah, or, either way, they've been saying it for quite a long time.
So weird. It seems like if they were going to drop something, it should have been the MS, not the NBC. You know, this was an old.
Because that was the Microsoft part,
it was an old portmanteau, or however you say that word. It was an old mashup of Microsoft Network, which was their old online service, and NBC. And it was like a joint venture, and then it's not really anymore. Yeah. So drop the MS. Why drop the NBC? NBC
Maybe
is the
NBC
brand.
was not wanting to be attached to it all that much.
I don't know why people make these decisions. I don't know what goes on in these boardrooms. I don't know who thinks these are good ideas. The one good one, and I'm not saying this to toot our horn over here. I'm not. I'm not. But honest to God, when we started, there's a guy named Evan who worked for Clear Channel in New York City, and he came up with the streaming idea of iHeartRadio. And then Clear Channel said, we're going to change our entire name, our name of our company, over to iHeartRadio. Honestly, the Clear Channel name had a lot of bad baggage for dumb stuff. Like the 9/11 no playlist, folks. I cannot tell you how many times this is a thing that comes up where people are like, do you know, after 9/11 at Clear Channel, they banned all, and it's like, oh God, that's not true. There was a lot of baggage, not just that baggage. There was a lot of baggage attached to it. And then iHeartRadio was sort of like the rebirth of Clear Channel.
I don't understand.
And then afterwards, everybody did it.
I don't understand why people thought the no playlist was a bad thing. Like you don't think that maybe after 2 planes are hijacked and crashed into buildings and killed, multitudes of people, there should be a couple songs we don't play.
Yeah, right.
You think we should not lay off songs like Crash Into Me for a while?
Yeah, let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
Which is literally what was on there. It was like, hey.
Airplane Beatles.
And maybe if you're really young or something, you might not remember that point in time, but it was legitimately a concern. And people would have been outraged, if songs that were mentioning these kind of things were played at the time. But it really did stick around and was one of the many bad things that was kind of attached to the brand. So MS Space Now is the name of the company.
Everyone's still going to call you MSNBC for 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. We got a Sears Tower situation on our hands here, one would think. But
honestly, it's like it's giving like a real life version of that Onion headline when the whole Redskins thing was happening and people were turning the Redskins into a controversy. The Onion had a headline that says, Washington Redskins finally changed their name to DC Redskins. And it's like, you changed the wrong part, and this is coming to life.
It kind of is, but that was the decision they came to after a lot of smart people in a lot of smart rooms. Don't ever forget this. It's one of those big realization moments I've told some of you about on the show before, where when I was a little kid and I went to work with my dad at IBM, one of the grand illusions of life was broken. And that is that if somebody is somebody's boss or somebody's boss's 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 boss, the further up you go, little old me, I thought, well, they must just get smarter and smarter. They must have bigger offices for their big old brains when they get that high up in these companies. They must be making all the smart decisions. And then, if you're fortunate in life, you make your way into conversations in some of those rooms. You get to know some of the people that are up in those higher levels, that are in those levels of charge and have those power levers at their disposal. And you realize a lot of people are stupid. And a lot of them excel through life somehow, some way, on a wing and a prayer, and make their way to the highest boardrooms and make decisions like this, even though they're way dumber than you are. That's a frustration of life. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. But talking about what's happening today with Ukraine, you got Zelensky headed to the White House. We'll see if there's another fight there. We'll take that when it happens. But there were some documents about the Trump-Putin meeting in Alaska that somebody left behind on a hotel printer, which that seems like a bad idea, but it happened. We're going to look at this and see what was left behind on this printer at this hotel in Alaska. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center.
Hey, everybody, school mic on? School mic activated? Hey, question for Twitch. Twitch, do we have any mods on Twitch? Twitch, do we have any mods? A mod check over on Twitch, please. We have mods on Twitch? Feral Kitten, do me a favor. This Jean Zin Zan, whoever, fucking rocket them to the moon, please. Okay? Like, you can't, there's not a level far enough to hit this retard. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have 3 minutes, and we're coming back live on the show. Oh, you're back? Hey, how are you? You got a banana? Oh.
It's very ripe.
So your hot take?
No, it's very unripe.
Courtney's hot take, she just went to Publix, is that if you have a shopping cart, you should not be able to do self-checkout.
At least at Publix. You have to at Target.
Well, you can't have these kind of rules. You're saying if people have a shopping cart, that means you have too many things and you shouldn't be able to do self-checkout.
Yeah.
What about a basket?
I had a basket, but I had over 10 items. So I can't go in the fast one, so either I'd have to wait in the one where people have full carts, which they were going to the self-checkout.
Is that inappropriate for somebody to have a full cart?
it's not, but it's normally a bunch of fucking boomers that think that they're all like pro baggers and they're not.
You're a pro bagger.
I am. I'm very efficient.
You're a pro bagger.
And they're slow.
They're
and
amateur.
then there's a bunch of people that have coupons that they don't know how to use. And
Well, not everybody's as good at it as
well,
you
then
are.
let the other people do it.
That's what I've always said. I've said Courtney is a great shopper. She is one of the best dishwashers I've ever seen in my life.
I have a dishwasher.
Laundry queen,
Yeah.
so good at laundry. Useless at everything else.
I can cook.
You could cook. She can cook. She does it every once in a while. Monkey lady. How's your banana?
It's way too unripe.
Oh, it's not ready to go?
But I'd rather it over a super ripe one because I eat the mixed
You are the most particular banana person in the world.
I got like some black.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Feels
Why,
gross.
why I don't like them like that. Well,
You don't like black ones?
no.
Wow. God forbid a black one have a shopping cart and then really. What?
Jeez.
Jeez, you.
You want to try it?
Your banana? No, I can literally see the mouth juice on there from you eating the
No,
banana.
it's the moisture of the banana.
A what?
It's banana moisture. You can see
Banana moisture?
You can see my bottom teeth mark.
No. What's banana moisture? The hell are you talking about? I don't know that any person has ever said banana moisture in their...
Wasn't that guy with that woke up at like 3 a.m. and had his routine? Did he rub banana on himself?
He rubbed the banana peel
Okay.
on his face.
That's banana moisture.
That's not banana moisture. No.
That's what I do, but when I shut the door.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I do it every morning.
Get out of here.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. So she says no carts at self-checkout. That's her hot take. If you have a cart, get out of here. See you later. Scan and go is the best thing ever? I agree. Good luck finding cashiers to check you out, mostly all self-checkout. Not only is that correct, but it's amazing how quickly that's all happened. Like that is a seismic shift that has taken place maybe in the last 5 years. I don't know if that was pre-pandemic or not, but like that's a pretty seismic shift that has happened. I'm a little self-conscious because you guys are saying that this makes me look smaller. Do I really look smaller or normal? Do I look tiny today? I'm not small. I'm big. It was pre-pandemic? Not by a lot, though. Not super commonplace for too long. Could be wrong about that, but I think that's pretty new. Okay. Here we go.
Source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket. The free iHeartRadio app. Get what millions already have. iHeartRadio! The #1 app for radio.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the new.
See what round 2 between Zelensky, Trump, and I don't even know if J.D. Vance is going to be there, if he's on vacation. He might be pieced out. But there's going to be something happening. We'll see if there's any sparks flying there. Also, they left some stuff behind, apparently, at the Putin-Trump-Alaska summit. And then I heard a story that changed my life forever that I want to tell you about the poop suitcase people. And
the poop suitcase people.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know about it before today. Didn't know this was a thing. Honestly, I still have a lot of questions about it. But apparently, there's a poop suitcase, and then that has become some sort of thing related to this Trump-Putin Alaska summit. But we'll get into that momentarily here on the show. You can join us with your comments.
Can I Google it, or should I just wait?
Just wait.
Okay.
But maybe 10 seconds. All right, maybe 10 seconds. You can join us two easy ways on the show. One, record a video or audio dispatch. Record that on the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and just tell us what's on your mind, what you're thinking about the show. Or two, email if you want to be a little more private.
Spend 10
you can
seconds.
even put anonymous on top. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Poop suitcase. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. See that poop
Google?
suitcase on the way. Don't Google it. But first, about these documents that were allegedly left behind about the meeting schedules, seating charts, even a menu. A menu for the whole Trump-Putin meeting, and even like a little
dinner is served.
A reminder to pronounce Vladimir Putin's name, P-O-O-T-I-H-N, Putin, and your little reminder how you say things when people's names get a little difficult. I thought Putin's would be easy enough, but I guess they needed it for that too. They left this stuff, these details behind at a hotel printer in Alaska. Somebody just left this.
Oh, that's a dumb move.
This seems like bad strategy. We got the hotel printer. We're like at a Days Inn in Alaska, and we're just printing out stuff and leaving them behind. Hotel guests shared the pages with NPR. And one thing that I saw, and I want to see if you guys think this was good or bad. We'll just go over it. Here's the menu. This is from the event in Alaska. I don't even know if they ate, but here's the luncheon in honor of His Excellency
How do
Vladimir
you read cursive?
Putin,
I've never seen this before.
President of the Russian Federation. It says they were starting out with green salad. It's the best color to go with. And champagne vinaigrette. That sounds pretty basic, bitch, if I'm honest. Just starting off with a regular green salad. But that's how they started. Then a duet of filet mignon with brandy peppercorn sauce.
All right.
And halibut Olympia served
surf
with
and turf.
Buttery whipped potatoes and roasted asparagus. Yeah, a little surf and turf. And they finalized it with a creme brulee, a beautiful creme brulee. That was the menu for this whole event that went down over in Alaska. I think they rushed through some things, so I don't even know if they sat down and ate with each other. But none of that matters because you've just been waiting for poop suitcase to be paid off. I get it. You want to know what the poop suitcase is? Allegedly, Vladimir Putin has bodyguards with him that carry a suitcase called a poop suitcase. And this is a real thing, according to a lot of experts out there who I'm sure are never wrong about anything.
Never.
They say that there were bodyguards with Vladimir Putin, as always, with an unusual security measure in mind. They wanted to prevent foreign powers from obtaining information about Vladimir Putin's health. So Putin's bodyguards collect his fecal waste and bring it back to Russia whenever he travels abroad. So they have a poop suitcase where because they don't want us to go the Russians wouldn't tell us, but we trapped all the stuff that was flushed down Putin's toilet.
Putin poo.
And now we know that, he's got cancer. Or you could find out some health things, I would guess.
So there's one guy, maybe two of their jobs to just...
That's their gig.
A litter box.
Yeah. It says, during Putin's meeting, strict security measures were in place to protect him. He was surrounded by bodyguards, and a number of steps were taken to protect him and Russian intel. Citing investigative journalists, blah, 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 in the Paris Match, they reported that members of Russian President's Federal Protection Service collect his human waste, including his feces, and they store it all in special bags, which they carry in dedicated briefcases.
Poo-poo.
That dates back several years.
Is
They've
this
been doing
like
this
the
for
red
almost 10
bags
years.
from the poop cruise?
You'd think. Or maybe just like big doggy bags. But you just mentioned a phrase, several years. So there is a poop closet, a vault.
Well, I guess they just destroy it when they get back to Mother Russia. So when they get back there, they're like, all right, nobody's going to want this now. But they don't want the feds, the U.S. people, to get a hold of this. They said this existed during Putin's trip to Vienna, where he used a portable toilet at one point in time. He's carried out this practice, according to these folks, since he began his leadership in 1999. He doesn't want to leave any poop behind. No poop left behind, he says.
Talk about a mama I made it moment.
Yeah, somebody's
I
carrying
hire
your...
people to collect my waste for
That's
decades.
gross, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the people who have to collect the waste.
Yeah, no, not that job.
That's like the worst gig on the Flintstones. You don't. You don't.
You thought your job was crappy.
You don't want that gig at all. We want to hear from you. Send us your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire those off to us. It's very, very easy to do.
I mean, that is a level of
awful.
Not awful. I mean, it's awful that somebody has to do that, but this is like really. What's the word for you think everything's a conspiracy?
Like paranoid?
That's a level of paranoia that is off the charts.
I mean, it makes sense though, right? Like if you guys came over here and went to the bathroom and I, for some reason, kept it, I could learn a bit about you, I guess.
Are we 100% sure you haven't kept it back in the COVID days?
I promise you. No, I promise you I have never kept any of your bathroom stuff. All right, I've not done that through the years.
This would be similar to if you meet a nice young lady at a bar one night, you guys hit it off, you go back to her place, you have a little sex. And at the end of the sex, you take that condom off and you tie it up and you bring it with you because she can't have any of it.
Well,
I never can be too careful.
but I appreciate the protected sex of it all.
I thought you were going to say when you go meet somebody and then you go through their cabinets in their bathroom and you like, all right, let me get a lay of the land here.
I've got all your Benadryl.
Yeah, you got to be very careful about these things. And Putin says, no, we don't. There's nothing left behind. We take it all with us. We got Hurricane Erin on the horizon. Hey, do we have Amy Caulfield today?
Yeah.
Do we have her? Okay, we have Amy Caulfield. She'll give us an update on everything happening with Hurricane Erin. The storm that's out there wreaking havoc on the islands and quite a ways away still at this point from the east coast of the United States of America. And we'll see this week what happens, but almost all the models, most of the models, save for like two of them, have the storm still pulling off the east coast of the United States of America, which is ideal. However, there's already another storm behind Hurricane Erin. It's way, way back there, but there's another storm behind Hurricane Erin, which isn't it? I mean, it's basically what Amy Caulfield told us. She's like, this is the time of year when all of our meteorologists tell us things are going to heat up and we should expect this kind of stuff. Just hope we got a little shield that keeps slapping them off, knocking them off the coast so we don't have to deal with them anymore. Hurricane Erin revved up to a Cat 5 for a little while, which is always amazing to me how fast these storms can just power up like that. But it absolutely happened. And that thing went up to about a Cat 5, and then now it's calmed down a little. It's either a 3 or a 4. We're keeping our eyes on what's going on with the storm. Despite all the hurricane Karens out there, lots of hurricane Karens, lots of gatekeeping hurricane Karens. Like, oh, watch what you're saying here. Despite all of that, we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens with Erin. And what's the one after Erin? Who's next in line?
Oh, man. Next.
F. F? I saw it, but it wasn't a very common name. It wasn't something that wasn't like Franny, Frank, Felicia. It wasn't any.
Come on. It's not popping up for me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Erin and Erin.
Fernand? Doesn't that feel like it's missing something?
Oh,
like Fernando.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's missing the O. Like if somebody came up to you and they're like, hello, I am Fernand.
I don't like that. Then I'll go, Fernando? You mean?
I feel like there's at least a couple, maybe at least one letter, maybe more letters.
Oh gosh, and if Hurricane Fernand is the one that really comes and like really hits us, we're gonna have to say it over and over again, and it's gonna feel weird every time.
Fernand. Oh, not great. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. In fact, we'll get an update from our friend Amy Kaufel when we return. We'll also talk more about this semi-truck accident. I'm sure that has been on everybody's radar, including hers over at Fox, and everything else happening in the news with our friend Amy Kaufel. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucs.
You're going to run into some slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound just past that Hancock Road. Exit, the right lane's blocked. The shoulder's blocked northbound before County Road 561. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. The right lane's blocked on Palm Parkway southbound at Apopka Vineland Road. There's no surprises on I-4, just your typical delays. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. Financial freedom happens here. Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
It was nice this weekend to get some time to catch up with the folks from Hammer and Nails. They were at the Real Radio Poker Tournament, giving some massages to people who had been bad beat and out of the tournament. And if you guys, if you haven't gotten a haircut in a while, if you hadn't gotten a really good beard trimming in a while, and you haven't checked out Hammer and Nails, you're missing out. It is luxury. It is a dude's place to go and treat yourself. They got the big, nice leather chairs. They got the bar stocked, ready for you to go, so you can have a beer, you can have a cocktail, have some bourbon while you get pampered. You know, it's a guy pampering experience, and they are experts there. Premium cut, razor outline, warm foam with your shave, scalp massage, lavender infused hot towels. It really is first class experience. And there's 4 of them waiting for you in the Central Florida area: Oviedo, Winter Park, Winter Garden, Windermere. Treat yourself to Hammer and Nails, men's grooming redefined. And you can find them online at hammerandnailsgrooming.com.
Commercial contractors, if you're looking to build for the future with the best business management platform, you're looking for ServiceTitan. With over 200 commercial-specific features and 70-plus integrations, commercial contractors using ServiceTitan typically see a 16% higher annual growth in revenue and a 21% higher renewal rate. When you're looking to build your legacy on a strong foundation, look to ServiceTitan. Learn more at servicetitan.com/commercial. That's servicetitan.com/commercial. Results are not guaranteed and may vary.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, our techs are ready to provide you a same-day service. And there's no charge for a service call, and seniors, military, first responders, and teachers get a 5% discount. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, we've got you covered right when you need it the most. Call Precision Garage Door Service today or visit us online. Precision Garage Door Service. Garage doors done right.
Planning a trip to Orlando? Don't forget to visit Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. With its legendary beach vibes, sunny shores, and entertainment options, Cocoa Beach is a must-see on your to-do list. Ride the waves, stroll the iconic pier, watch a beautiful sunset, or just kick back with your toes in the sand. Add a little salt water to your Sunshine State adventure at Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Learn more at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
Can you believe it's already August with kids getting ready to go back to school and we're heading into the height of the hurricane season? That's why having the right windows and doors makes such a difference. And here to help me explain why is Chelsea from Renewal by Anderson.
Thanks, Deborah. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows and doors are engineered to withstand high-velocity impacts, providing enhanced protection against flying debris during storms, keeping your home safe and secure.
As always, Renewal by Anderson has a great deal to help you get started. Chelsea, what are you offering in August?
We're excited to offer our triple savings month. $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months.
Bonus offer, the first 50 callers get a free True Scene insect screen upgrade.
Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Just like Chelsea said, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Official part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the
Amy Kaufeld will be joining us here on the show in 2 minutes. Somebody sent like this incredibly aggressive, angry dispatch where they were calling me like xenophobic and a hater for talking about how the driver of the semi-truck had his CDL from California and how anybody can get this in any state, and why would I even point out that the guy was here illegally? And then they went back and nuked their dispatch because they were that fucking wrong about it, which is pretty hilarious. Sir, I still have your dispatch. You left your bad dispatch over here. I still have it. I still have it. 1 minute. Obviously, that's ridiculous. Obviously, I believe California is the only state where they do not check immigration status, where illegal immigrants can get CDL licenses, to repeat myself, CDL level licenses, and only like a dozen states allow people to get driver licenses at all if you're illegal, right? Just very, very wrong, very, very loud, and very, very wrong. Okay. Here comes Amy Kaufeld.
With iHeart because we want to advance women in sports.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia can get more people to hear your message than anyone else. For better results for every budget, visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit ReeseWindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is
Viral Newsroom. It's a blast to be with you as always. You can join the show today as you always can with a dispatch or an email. Record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com or email tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. It's Monday. It's time. Let's welcome our friend Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Happy Monday.
Yeah, look at you. You're ready to go. We got a whole week ahead of us here, and there's so much to talk about. But how was your weekend, Amy?
It was good. It was good. We celebrated Caroline's 18th birthday this weekend, which is why I couldn't join you guys at the Pokey Tourney. Had to miss it. So that was Saturday, and then spent the whole day Sunday packing because as soon as I'm done with you guys on the radio, we're gonna hit the road and head to Pennsylvania to drop her off at college.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I know.
You know what the weirdest thing is?
Quite a long drive, huh?
Yeah.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the Pennsylvania Pokel the whole way.
Courtney said, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, and she goes, "Did you see Amy's lovely daughter is 18? She just turned 18, and they went out to dinner or whatever." And I go, "Yeah, I saw that photo. It was great." And she goes, "It feels so weird because I thought, oh my God, I knew her when she was just a little kid, and now she's 18. But I didn't know her when she was a little kid. She's like, I've only just been watching through social media all these years because of you being a part of the show." So she was like, "It's strange because this person has no idea who I am, and I'm celebrating them being 18.
And we watch all your kids grow up. I mean, Colton is in high school this year, right?
Yeah, he's got to have his first football game on Wednesday, you guys. He's playing freshman football. So I'm sad because we'll be out of town. I'm actually going to miss his first football game. But so big week for him,
Sean
too.
can fill in for you if you want. Just do the hoorahs as
that'd
the
be
parent.
awesome.
Oh boy, I'm going to be bad at that. Have you seen what a high bar she set as a parent over here? The best of the best.
I don't know. I'm missing his first game, so I feel like I'm not being a good parent. But what do you do?
How did they treat you over at the place where you guys had her birthday? Just out of curiosity.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
Yeah, okay.
We went to we did 60 Vines and fabulous. They brought out all kinds of yummy desserts and everybody was awesome and it was fun. It was. Did you guys just lose my camera?
Yeah, no big deal.
I don't know what happened. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. We absolutely can. You know, I just saw during the break. I look and there was somebody sent it a dispatch and then they deleted it afterwards. Because they were yelling at me, and like so loud and so wrong is one of the things that I see so often. But they were yelling at me about this story that I'm sure you've talked about this morning because it was such a big one over the weekend with the semi truck doing the U-turn on the turnpike.
Awful.
And somebody they were like, Sean, why is Sean even leaning in and saying that this guy was an illegal? Anybody can get their CDL. He has no idea. No. Wrong in a million ways. It is a big deal that this guy who was an illegal immigrant, crossed the border illegally, was able to go to California, which is apparently the one state where you can get a commercial driver's license and they do not check to see if you're in this country legally. It's the one state that I could find that allows that to happen. Now, there are about a dozen states or so that will allow illegal immigrants to get some form of either driver's license or something like that, which has been a little more common over the years. But this guy got a CDL in California and was driving across this country. And like, I don't know if he didn't know anything about how the rules of the road work in America, but he tried to do a U-turn. And I was trying to explain this, Amy, for our listeners who are in New York and in other places. Like, you don't do a U-turn on the turnpike. You don't.
Especially.
No. And it was in, Sean.
No.
Right. It's super dangerous, right? The turnpike is dangerous enough as it is, but the U-turn that he was trying to do is in what are those called official use only lanes, which anybody who's driven anywhere, there are places to turn around that are for emergency vehicles only, for troopers, right? But that's what they're for. They are not for a huge semi-truck, right? I mean, think about the danger of this, right? A turnpike traffic, and now you're trying to turn a semi around. And I think the part that was most disturbing for anyone who saw the video was the driver didn't seem to have any reaction at all when this minivan went under the trailer.
No, Sabrina was saying the guy in the passenger seat seemed to react like much more than the driver did.
He was just like, oh, all right, put my hazards on. I just killed the 3 people.
Yeah.
Like it was no reaction to him whatsoever.
Very weird.
And it was odd.
A bad
That's
truck
what I
driver.
thought too. I thought, like, if that were you, wouldn't you be full on panicking and getting out and trying to help? Or I don't know. It was disturbing to me.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that his reaction seemed very, very strange. I also thought, like, it didn't really seem like the car braked at all. I was kind of amazed by that, but maybe it just happened so fast.
It didn't even it was just building up the momentum to do the U-turn.
Yeah.
At that point. It takes a long time. I'm no truck driver, but from what I can understand, if you're going to pull that kind of move, you need a good 30 seconds at least to get across.
Well, you may not be a truck driver, but you've driven a big RV a couple of times, right? And like, imagine that, but even bigger. And when you're driving an RV like that,
don't have the time to cross when everyone's going 70 to 80 miles an hour. It just doesn't make sense.
Crazy.
Even if you were allowed to do it, you probably wouldn't even attempt it in a vehicle that big because you try to be much more careful. It's just
there's no way for that trailer not to be obstructing traffic. And when you have cars going that fast, there is. I feel like it's common sense that there's going to be a crash. Like, I don't know how you can think that you're going to be able to get away with that and not hit another car.
And furthermore, no one could have avoided it. It was across all the lanes.
Yeah, he was blocking the entire side of it. Yes, and again, if you're not from Florida, this road is not. Is it pretty much 2 lanes all the way?
It depends where you're at, but it could be upwards of 4 for the most part, 2.
Yeah, it's small. It's
on
like
each
a small
side,
cut
two,
through.
two per direction.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So the point is, you take a semi from the right lane and you cut across. You block everything. And there were cars driving with this guy. He wasn't out there by himself on the road. So now it looks like some pretty steep charges, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with this guy and with the story in a larger sense moving forward. But it was crazy to me, and I don't even know. You might not know this. In fact, it would be crazy if you did know this. But how do we get the footage out of this guy's truck so fast?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sean. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess the only thing I can think is that the trucking company would have had to have cooperated already. But yeah, that's really fast. You're right, because it was clearly in-cab video.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was just surprised to see that kind of footage that quickly. All right, can we talk about Hurricane Erin here? What's going on with the storm? You guys are all over that this morning.
I saw that Miss Sweezy offered up her shrewd advice for you. Are you going to take her up on that?
She's a hurricane Karen. Okay, this is it.
She did it in person, too. She called them out at the poker tournament.
She was at my table during the poker tournament, by the way, and there was a good 7 people that said, I love listening to you on the News Junkie. Mm-hmm. And she had to explain once again, over and over, that she was not Amy Caulfield, despite them being dear friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she mentioned you. She kept going she was like, you wanted to come on the show because she thought I got something wrong, right? And I was like, happy to talk. And then she wanted me to chase her down. And she's like, call Amy. Amy will get, I'm like, it's not that important to me. Sorry. She wants to be a hurricane.
I had a great time with her.
How did she do in poker?
She did great. I mean, she did get knocked out before me, but she bought right back in. And there was just, our table had these sleepers, or I don't know if that's the poker term, sneaky snakes, I'll call them, where they weren't looking at us, no one's talking, but all of a sudden they're like, oh, here's my beautiful hand out of nowhere. Now, I have to say, I did very well, but I wasn't a sneaky snake. I was confused all the time, and I just happened to have a good hand until Waterboys knocked me out.
Well, good for you. I mean, you lasted longer than I did. I know that. I was not in there all that long. We
Sean,
missed you.
I think you try to get out early.
No, I swear to you. I mean,
really.
The only thing I don't like about this event, because this is a great event. It's a great event. Sealand and I show up usually much earlier than Sabrina shows up.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
It's a great event that we go to every year, and I do like meeting the listeners. But the only thing I don't like is this photo line thing that we do beforehand.
That's my favorite part. That's when I actually get to hang out with you guys.
Because you're a social butterfly and you look great in every photo, and people like you. You know, there's some people, believe it or not, I know this is hard for you to believe, but there's a couple of people, because of some of the things I say on this show, that don't like me, Amy.
Oh, stop.
And then when they come through the line, they're like,
I love that, because they pass right by us and we're like, not a midday fan. Got it.
One guy skipped us in a News Junkie shirt.
Stop it.
That was shots fired.
The shirt and walking?
He's like, look, I bought this. I used to be a fan. No. He didn't say anything, but I could read a lot.
Maybe it was different. Maybe he bought it because he does love the show so much, and he knows you hate the picture thing. So he goes, I'm going to skip it because I know Sean would like that.
That's a glass half full way to look at it.
That could be true. I don't know. I don't know. But anyhow.
I got to tell you guys, I loaded up. Caroline has like a mini fridge that she's putting in her dorm room, and I loaded up the side of it with News Junkie magnets.
Oh.
She's like,
actually, I'll send you a picture.
She's like, what are these? What is this thing? So tell us, if you will, then, about what we're looking at. I know that although there were a couple of models that split off into Crazy Town, which I put on the Facebook page this weekend.
I saw your post.
A lot of people did. It was a huge hit. Almost all of the models were in alignment that this is still supposedly going to stay off of the East Coast, which is ideal. Now, what's the crew saying over there at Fox 35?
No, yeah, we're good. This thing, actually, you guys, we got so lucky because this is a huge, nasty hurricane. It's been like a 4 or 5 for the last couple of days. So it is a nasty hurricane, but we are very lucky. It is actually not going to hit any major landmass. As Brooks was saying this morning, it's looking like it's going to thread the needle, which is great.
Good.
So even I think Bermuda is out of the woods. We did have a cruise ship that came into Port Canaveral over the weekend. Some unhappy cruisers out of Baltimore. They were supposed to go over to Bermuda and aren't going to make it. So the ship came here instead, and we interviewed some people who were like, "Oh, it's fine. We're going to go to Universal. They're going to take them over to the Bahamas once the seas calm down." But that's the danger. If you buy any kind of cruise package in the months of August, September, or October, it's the
risk.
It's the risk you take.
They're cheaper tickets, though, I assume.
I don't know.
I mean, yes, that's a good point, Sabrina. Yes, you can get a better deal on cruises, but this is why, because they have to change the itinerary.
But what's the alternative for these people? Do they want the cruise ship just go F it and just drive into the storm? That's not going to be a good time. No. It's going to be a nightmare for them.
They're smart. They're really good about it. But even if even if they do head over to the Bahamas after they come here, it's going to be rough seas because we're expecting here in our beaches in Central Florida, we're going to have like some serious surf over the next couple of days. It's still going to turn the water.
Good for surfers, bad for like swimmers kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, the surfers will love it, but even surfers will tell you that the waves are too choppy. It's not like, surfers like those clean waves that they can really,
these are the times that like amateur surfers go in. They're like, I'm going to catch the biggest wave, and then they're going to end up in a serious situation.
We're good. The one that Jessica and Brooks are talking about is the one that's behind this one.
We
is looking a little more iffy.
We briefly mentioned that. Obviously, ideally, none of these things hit us. We make it through this stretch. We make it through hurricane season. And I wish for no one to get hit by a hurricane. But this is the time when these things turn up. So behind Erin, rolling off the coast of Africa, the curse that Africa keeps sending us, is another one of these storms, and that one is pretty early out right now.
Yeah, so I was asking Jessica about it today. She said if you look at the last couple of models, she said you'll have one that peels it off going right into the Gulf. You have one that peels it off, kind of similar to what Erin did and going north. The nice thing about Erin and having a hurricane right behind it is a lot of times that the strength of this hurricane has a huge impact on the next one, and sometimes it can actually pull it with it in the same line. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah.
They're looking at this one to hit really right before Labor Day weekend, like 28, 29, whatever. Like that's when we would sort of know what the impact would be.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's coming here. We don't know.
Right. I mean, this is just the time of year we keep an eye on them, and hopefully everything fizzles out and nobody gets the brunt end of this thing. But that storm, I'll tell you, Erin did spin up into a Category 5 real fast. Like it turned into
the water, Sean. It's the water so hot.
Right. Yeah. Out there. Yeah. You could feel it for God's sake, but it's pretty crazy how fast that happened. So we've got those to worry about. What else is grabbing your attention so far this week?
Oh, you guys, I just have to bring this up because I know you appreciate it. This is actually a story that our sister station in Tampa did about a 62-year-old guy who went out on his balcony in his underwear. Did you hear about this?
I did see this.
Out on the
Tell me more.
onto his apartment balcony in his underwear.
He's a creeper.
Throwing money.
Yeah.
Throwing money off the balcony. So William Hensel is his name.
Yeah, he was throwing money, but I guess he exposed himself to somebody.
That's where he got into some trouble, Sean. Yeah, he apparently pulled his underwear down and exposed himself to a 16-year-old that was nearby. The 16-year-old apparently asked if they could have $1. The defendant then responded with something I can't repeat on the radio.
I just read it.
You guys, my favorite thing in the world is, look, I'm on the website, and here's what we're going to do. Fox35Orlando.com. Okay? This is where the story is from. The headline is Man Throwing Money Off Balcony in Underwear Accused of Showing Genitalia to Teenager. There's one part that I knew Amy wasn't going to be touching, all right? I knew she wasn't going to be touching.
No pun intended.
There is a hilarious quote in this story.
Can we say it?
No.
We can, but it's not appropriate. That's just, everybody, Fox35Orlando.com. Here's the dude.
Did you read the line after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like the guy. William Hensel is his name. And they said that, he's got a very particular quote that you'll find over on Fox 35 Orlando. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. The victim told authorities that they saw his genitalia as he made the gesture in his loose-fitting underwear. What a weirdo this guy was.
Gross.
Yeah, absolutely. So they got him?
Yeah, got him.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. So that's good.
62-year-old
we had a couple
dude.
wrong way drivers this weekend, you guys. Just be super careful out there. One on the 408, one on I-4 for all the Central Florida listeners. One happened at 1 in the morning, one happened at 4 in the morning. There's a 29-year-old woman. She was pulled over on I-4. The trooper said that she was making kissies at him.
Really?
Yeah, while he was doing the sobriety test. By the way, she was driving on her. She was driving on rims.
Oh my gosh, she was hammered
on rims. Yeah,
wow.
But it's just like, it's scary to me because I think, especially like for my crew, and I know you guys have a crew that comes in super early too, that when you're driving those hours, I'm always thinking to myself, who's out here right now, right?
That's true.
And it's so scary. And so, the 408 or I-4, somebody going the wrong way, I mean, that's just... it's a disaster waiting to happen. So thankfully, Florida Highway Patrol was all over it, got them both pulled over. But the one doing the kissy faces, she got arrested. She went to the Seminole County Jail.
Amy, I watched something this weekend, and forgive me for my ignorance on this. I was not really familiar with it. Something tells me you'll probably be familiar with the series that I watched about this Jody Husentruit.
Judy Husentruit. Yeah, Minnesota.
This woman from KIMT, and she was a news anchor who somebody probably from watching her on the show and stuff ended up grabbing this woman, and they've still never found her to this day. And there was a whole series out there on this that I saw. There have been a lot of this over the years, and locally they have followed this really, really closely. And I wondered, like, from your perspective, seeing stories like this, it must be different, right? Like, are there precautions and things that the news organizations these days try to keep in place with these weirdos out there?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's scary, Sean. And I think back to some of my early days in news, and you don't have a lot of money and you obviously you live, sometimes in an apartment, there's no security. There's nothing to prevent somebody from watching you. And that actually happened to me when I was working in Tulsa. I noticed as I was leaving the TV station every night, I would leave late at night. I'd walk out a side door. I would park my car on the side, that somebody was always sitting there with their headlights on, and that person started following me.
Really?
And so that happened. It went on for several weekends in a row. And so I finally called the police, and it turned out that the guy was a peeping Tom. He had a record of a peeping Tom.
And he was stalking you.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because we do live television, right? So
yes,
we have an idea of when we're going to work, when we're coming home. I mean...
Yeah, and she was in a small town, and I know, like, you obviously, and when you first started out in television, you were in a lot of, like, smaller markets and stuff, and they were kind of really pushing home. In some of these smaller markets, these TV hosts, they're the big thing, and the fascination comes in from every angle. And somebody abducted this poor lady, and a crazy story.
She had texted, I guess, the newsroom to let them know she was running a few minutes late. And I think the only thing they found in the parking lot was like her curling iron and like a shoe or something. It's just really sad.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Amy, one of the interesting things is, so she was supposed to show up for the very early morning newscast. She doesn't, and her assistant takes over, writes up the news, and starts delivering it. But her assistant, when she doesn't hear from her and she doesn't show up for that newscast, that's how serious it is. You know that it's not like, oh, you had a long night or whatever. You know you got to call the cops. If the news anchor doesn't show up for that early morning, come hell or high water, you're going to get there. So that's how they knew something was really, really wrong in this case.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking and sad for her family. You can imagine all these years later and still no idea.
Yeah. Well, be safe out there as best you can. And,
thanks, Sean.
Keep covering all the stuff, keeping us informed here.
Amy, this morning I saw you interviewing the NASCAR driver with the baby.
And how great was that? Was that the baby so cute?
I had to cover Jackson's ears. You took the cutest baby in the world, you said. I said, she doesn't mean it, son.
What's this lady saying? Oh, no.
Wasn't he cute, though? He was like super baby. Smiley the whole time. He was so cute.
He was happy to be on Zoom.
Well, folks, make sure you're watching every single day and keeping up with what's happening. We got this Hurricane Erin. We got hurricanes potentially behind this. The crew you need to stay with is at Fox 35 with our friend Amy Kaufeld. Fox35Orlando.com is the website. Follow them on YouTube, and follow Amy Kaufeld on all social media platforms. Amy, we appreciate you.
I love you guys. I hope to be with you next year.
Yes, absolutely.
Safe travels.
There she goes.
Thank
Amy
you.
Caulfield from Fox 35. Doesn't get any better than that. When we come back, we'll try to just keep things going here on the show. But remember that female police officer? Remember the one who was like, everybody's getting a ticket today because I didn't get cracked last night?
Yeah.
Remember that police officer? Okay. That lady, she got in big trouble for that. Now, a male police officer is going viral today. And I think this guy, what he did is way worse, okay? Way worse. But apparently he's not in that much trouble. I'll present this to you, all right? You'll hear the story and all of that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You might get caught up in some problems on Florida's Turnpike. The left lane's blocked northbound before County Road 561. The right lane's blocked southbound just past that Hancock Road exit there. The right lane's blocked on...
Y'all! Good idea, bad idea time. Here's what I got for you. There is a potential reboot underway for a classic show, a show you may have enjoyed. Family Matters. Family Matters is coming back to television. Do you know what Family Matters is? Who's the star? What was Urkel's tagline? You don't remember?
I don't know, he made like a weird noise.
No. What did he dress like? Do you remember Urkel's outfit?
Yeah, like suspenders.
You did?
High-waisted.
They said, did I do that? That's what he did.
I never watched it.
You don't remember that?
Baby, I don't think I was alive.
You weren't alive? Yes, you were. You were alive when Urkel was out, I think. Hold on. Stay there. Where are you going? For a run?
Yeah.
Did I approve that?
No, but look. I got new thingies for my shoe. Like there's
Oh, your insoles?
and they feel like new shoes.
Let me see.
No.
Let me show the people your insoles.
I don't want that to happen.
Yikes. Aired for 8 seasons on ABC. Family Matters started in 1989 and then went to 97.
Yeah,
So you were pretty young. You weren't alive when it started.
No.
Man. Did I do that?
Was he like a Mr. Bean character?
Yeah, he had like a car with like a door on the front, and it was like a little tiny car, and then he had like go like this.
Oh, I love that for you.
I could dress up like him if you want.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay.
All right, then.
See you later.
Right.
Be safe.
Thank you.
3 minutes. 3 minutes left. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this new height thing. Like, look at. Oh, the distances we will cover together, right? Bring back all of TGIF, like step by step? Oh, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, and I ask this with all sincerity. Do you think shows like that work anymore? Can you give me one example of like a wholesome, family-based sitcom that is working right now? Because if there is, I don't know. Like, I love these shows. Modern Family, like those kind of shows. I love those shows. I love the vibes that it creates. It feels comfortable. I like them. But I don't know that there's one of those shows right now. I might be wrong. Stop the reboots? I think watching that episode of Family Matters was what put me off of all sitcoms. At some point, I could just see actors hitting marks and reading lines, and it lost all of its suspense and disbelief. True. I know exactly what you're saying, because at some point, especially when those shows started to turn a little bit, and when they had the live studio audience, like, it seemed very, like, everybody was walking in, standing on the mark, delivering the line, and less of like a cohesive product. I don't know if it works anymore. Bring back my two dads. I hope your two dads come back. I do. I can find them for you if you want me to. I've found people in the past. They tried the reboot on Hulu, and I thought it was great, and it got canceled after one season. So many shows about medical, hospital, or law enforcement? True. True. I love when they'll do that in a city, and it'll be like Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago EMS, Chicago FBI, Chicago, like, you're okay. I get it. I know what's happening here. All right, here we go, folks. Hang tight.
Health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There's a vile sickness in Abbottstown. You must excise it. Dig into the deep earth and cut it out.
From iHeart Podcasts and Grim and Mild from Erin Mankey, this is Havoc Town, a new fiction podcast set in the Bridgewater audio universe. Listen to Havoc Town on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Havoc Town and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Go back. It's always a good experience starting off our week with her. And we do hope you'll follow her along on social media, wherever you might find her. A lot of these local media people will try to, like, I don't know, like make a move or one up or something. And I'll be honest, because I didn't grow up here, I don't know any of them. I don't know any of these people. I do know her, and I can tell you, of all the people in media that I've met, she's the most genuine, nice and driven, talented, actual human being. So we absolutely love her, and we're always glad to hang out with her on Mondays. And I know you guys like that as well. Let's give our update on the police front here. Now, there was a police officer. She was a female police officer. Let me see if I can bring this up for those of you watching. You could watch the show, and I hope you do today, okay? And if you want to, all you have to do is go over to thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the live link there, or on the YouTube website, just youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Now, I'm trying to find the original police officer that did this, but there was a woman who said, I didn't get cracked last night, meaning that, here she is right here. She posted a TikTok.
And that is dumb.
All right, well, I know she didn't talk in the particular TikTok. I've got it muted now, thankfully. But this woman posted a TikTok on her channel, and she is in uniform, and it says, with a rap song with many curse words playing, it says, didn't get cracked last night, so everybody's getting a ticket. Now, to me, I thought it was funny. Mm-hmm. I thought it was obviously a joke. Like, to me, it's obviously a joke.
Is this a new term of phrase?
Cracked?
Like she didn't have sex?
Yeah. Ish. Yeah. That's what she's talking about. Like, she didn't get laid, so she's giving everybody a ticket. And the police officer got in trouble, and there was a big investigation and so on and so forth. And they were even talking about firing her. I don't know what ended up happening with her, but this seems like way worse to me.
If they don't like it, tell her you didn't like it. Give her a reprimand. Make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Or, I think the only reason she should get fired is, did she write a bunch of tickets that day? Did she actually go through with what she said and actually write tickets to people who she normally wouldn't just because she didn't get cracked? Or did she just make a joke? Because if she just made a joke,
Let's see that body cam footage
down a little bit.
from the day of.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine this was a joke, and I think sometimes we go, well, we got to hold them to a different level of seriousness because they're police officers.
It's so funny. When we brought this up, the term getting cracked was new to me, too. And so I looked for more uses of it, and I saw a girl that had the opposite, swip swap of the situation.
Like once you crack, you get the...
No, her said, I got cracked last night, so everybody's getting free fries today. And she had her In-N-Out burger uniform on.
Ayo.
And somebody in the comments was like, yo, they're going to fire you because In-N-Out is like a really Christian, organization. They probably don't want you in your In-N-Out uniform talking about getting laid.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I could see, and these are cops, so it's, it's even more serious. This is a Nashville police officer. He has been allegedly fired. Let's double check this, okay? I want to make sure we get this all right. Here, you guys, search for his name if you don't mind. Sean Herman, S-E-A-N, is how he spells it, unfortunately for him. Sean Herman, H-E-R-M-A-N. And he got in trouble because there was a woman who's an OnlyFans creator. I'm going to mute this video, too, because my experience with the last one was not great. But she's in her car, and they do like a fake police stop.
Oh.
All right. And the police officer comes over to her window here in a second. Okay. See, here he is. He's in full uniform.
Come on, man.
With his sidearm and everything.
And with
the cop
something
is
else
there.
out, it seems.
No. He's not exposing himself or anything.
No. I'm just saying as far as the pants and the angle of the film.
Yeah, it's I don't know if that's just the way it's angled or maybe they don't want to get his face in there, but they know what his face looks like now. And they do like a fake traffic stop and he touches her breasts and he like puts his hand into the cop car. Freeze frame shows like he's got his hands on her chest. Like you could see what's going on. And tell me if you find anything about his particular story and what happened to him, because this to me is so many multiples worse than a little joke about like, I didn't get cracked last night, so everybody's getting tickets today.
I agree.
Like this is a physically touching and OnlyFans model to make a promotional video for her adult content in uniform.
So latest I'm seeing from CBS News, according to the court documents, he entered a best interest, air quotes, plea in Nashville for one count. A second count was dismissed. He faces 1 year of supervised probation. The best interest plea means that a defendant pleads guilty while maintaining factual innocence of the crime.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of pleas where you don't necessarily have to like fully admit guilt. And that sounds like one of them, getting a little clever. But quite obviously, this guy did this. And here's his mugshot. It says ex-Nashville police officer Sean Herman pleaded no contest to official misconduct in court last week. He was granted a judicial diversion. He was wearing his interview in this video from OnlyFans star Who Cares. This scandalous skit shows the OnlyFans star as she's pulled over, exposing her breast, and then inviting the officer to grope her in a bid to avoid a ticket. She's then seen grabbing his crotch as the officer touches her breast. Like, that's obviously that's a whole different world than what the female officer did.
Yeah.
The investigation determined the video was created on April 26th in a warehouse parking lot while he was on duty. So, like, he was working at the time this all happened. He was arrested and charged with 2 counts of official misconduct, later released on a $3,000 bond. He was with the Nashville Police Department for 3 years before he was canned. I mean, this is just dumb. Like, it should be obvious to anybody in the world that you shouldn't do this.
I think it's stupid, and I think it's something he should get in trouble for. However, do you think this warrants a charge of felony official misconduct?
I think if you're going to try to discourage officers from doing stuff with actual charges, this is it, because you're faking like you're letting them get off from a crime, right? You're actually engaging in sexual activity with a person. You're doing it during the promotion of adult content. Like, I get what you're saying. Bad.
It seems like felony is a little overkill.
Yeah.
But if you are trying to make an example out of the guy,
it's just crazy,
weird.
Man. No,
felony official misconduct.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like that's for some sort of like.
That doesn't happen here, does it?
High dollar bribery or what here in our radio station?
Does that happen at iHeartRadio? Is there any felony misconduct we can get involved in?
Not in a while, I think.
Let's avoid that. Let's avoid that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? PETA's got new beef, the non-animal kind, and its latest target is Wahoo! Is it too late now to say, sorry, I'm not the real Bieber, but thanks for the club gig, Vegas? Plus, Man on Fire becomes Man in Heaven. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's smart, it's stupid, and slightly unhinged. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, we are going to be expecting a hot and humid, typical summer-like day. Temperatures will be climbing to a high of 93 degrees in Orlando, even though it will feel closer to the low 100s once we factor in that humidity. We'll also be expecting the return of some scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, about a 60% chance of rain today, slightly lower chances, though, as we head into midweek, with temperatures staying on the seasonable side. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road. Whether it's back-to-school drop-offs or weekend getaways, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your drive starts here. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons or to find a location near you.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, half my outlets stopped working.
I got a new bread maker. Have you tried focaccia?
My outlets don't work.
Oh, no toasties for you.
I should have called Frank Gay.
I bet they don't have a bread maker.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your power goes out, don't settle for half-baked electrical service. Call the pros who fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey guys, Russ Rollins here. Lose weight, gain muscle, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you've noticed a lack in energy lately, how about brain fog, trouble in the bedroom? Well, you probably have low T. It's more common than you think, and it is treatable. Truth is, men today have 20% lower testosterone than even our dads had. Ugh, yeah, man. Hey, but there's a solution to it. You'll find it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. They offer full-strength testosterone as an injection or a tablet, and we're not talking about supplements here. No, we're talking about prescription-only test.
Hey, yo! Monday, rolling right along, baby. Hang on, I got logged out of chat. Come on. By the way, shouts out to Puerto Rico, thousands without power. Unfortunately, in Puerto Rico, because of Hurricane Erin, and because of the fact that Puerto Rico has a terrible power grid that they don't want to rebuild because, well, it's expensive and it's time consuming. But they would be so well served from doing that. If they went all underground in Puerto Rico, everyone's lives would improve. It would be worth a lot of money invested in that. But it's also difficult. If you've ever been to Puerto Rico, like I've been multiple times, it's a lot of people who don't live in San Juan, who don't live in the main cities, and getting the power out to them, that's where things become difficult, because they're way out in the outskirts and like jungle territory. You can't run lines underground to every one of those people, so that's one of the problems. Beautiful place. right, we'll come back.
Doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You can't be stopped with Unstoppable's laundry scent boosters because they give your clothes 24-hour nonstop freshness. So even on your longest nonstop days, you'll be confident in smelling fresh all day long. Try now for as low as $5 and smell unstoppable.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Buckle up for that, and we're going to get more of your feedback worked in. I've been a little light on that so far, but I only want to play the good ones. It's only the hits these days with the dispatches and the emails. We got enough coming in now. I want to select only the best. And so if you got something good for us, record your video or audio dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
What does the fox say?
Me. Me.
What the fuck say?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, doing some debt consolidation, looking into HELOCs and reverse mortgages, you got to work with someone who has your best interest in mind. He's not going to shove you down a hill of confusion. He's going to walk you through the valley of good deals and easy times, because he knows what he's doing, but he's also your friend. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to get the process started with Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 19 years ago, 2006. This was released.
Enough is enough.
Snakes on a plane.
That's correct.
Monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. Everybody strap in.
Ooh.
We're about to open some freaking windows.
We're opening up those freaking windows.
Hell
Starring
yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson as an FBI agent trying to keep a witness alive aboard an overseas flight that was filled with snakes.
I don't think I've actually watched that movie.
I absolutely have not.
Wow. Unbelievable, you guys.
I just know that clip.
Unbelievable.
What you can watch is in just 5 days, my friends, we have got the last of the Summer of Laughs Mount Dora series, where not only is it going to be myself headlining, but we have Christopher Dolores Lane.
That's right.
Said Ken Miller, DK Reinemer, Emily Fontano, Miguel Colon's going to be hosting. DJ Ibra Angel of Boom, spinning the ones and twos, dare I say threes and fours. Is he going to bring?
Four?
I think he's going to have a fifth. From what I understand, rumor has it, he's going to have 17 different vinyl spinny things.
That would be great.
What did you call them the other day?
The Wheels of Steel.
The Wheels of Steel. So many wheels, you can call it a semi-truck, as well as so many more fun things.
Yikes.
Too soon. But you might hear jokes like that coming from C-Line. RealRadio.fm/comedy. Going to be in Mount Dora. All the information is at that website. I hope you can join Saturday. Doors 6:30. Show kicks off at 8. Fun times kick off at 8:01 p.m. RealRadio.fm/comedy. Someone that definitely, unfortunately, will not be joining us in Mount Dora C-Line is Ronnie Rondell Jr.
Oh, no. What, did he cancel?
He is dead.
Ooh.
He is,
Would have been a big get, though.
He was the man on fire. Can you imagine? Like, I was like, hey, guys, we have Ronnie Rondell Jr. in the house. Just need an entire fire truck and EMT on standby because he's the man who lit himself on fire.
Oh, okay.
For the Pink Floyd cover, Wish You Were Here.
I don't know that I've ever seen this. I'll have to bring this up.
Oh, it's a very famous album cover. It's like, wide shot. He's dead at 88, and I believe natural causes that don't include fire. You ever seen that?
No, I've never seen it until this. It's two guys shaking hands.
Very hipster.
And one of them is on fire.
Yeah, to capture the photograph, Rondell Jr. was reportedly set on fire 15 times.
Jeez. Oh, God. Jeez. Wow.
We didn't get the good lighting. Let's do that over again. Lost an eyebrow and part of his mustache in the process. He appeared alongside Danny Rogers, the man in the suit. His other stunt work included movies such as Lethal Weapon, Batman and Robin, Twister, The Crow, Predator 2, and They Live, even though he dead. Damn. And if you need any sort of replacement, I guess Vegas was the place to be because Justin Bieber...
This is hilarious. I saw a video of this.
Was there, or at least the Justin Bieber impersonator that fooled an entire Las Vegas club to do a set.
No.
I sent it over to the group chat via text.
Yeah.
At Wynn Casino property, and videos and rumors are really proven that this was not the right guy, but the club thought it was.
No. Was that the short video here?
This was, yep.
Okay. Can I play the audio or no?
There's a lot of people screaming.
Yeah, okay. So I just see a guy in some sunglasses. There's a huge crowd, though.
I think if you keep scrolling down to get some more videos.
Okay, yeah.
But the rumors started to circulate that he was going to be over at XS Nightclub, one of the best clubs in Vegas, baby.
Of course, yeah.
And things went so far that the club let Justin Bieber impersonator get up on the stage and perform. The three posts there, one person was like, please confirm this is Justin Bieber. It's not. Second one, please confirm this is Justin Bieber too. It was not. And thirdly, it didn't take long for all the people to start posting the videos that was, in fact, not Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it doesn't look that much like him when you get a real good look.
Does he have like the same tattoos and everything?
I don't think.
Way.
No,
he does have the hunchback.
He doesn't have as many tattoos, I don't think.
Good for him.
It's not him. Did they? I mean, they must have known it wasn't him, right?
What a gig to land.
Yeah,
Another video
fake
making
Bieber.
the rounds shows him doing exactly what you just showed, but a lot of people are now commenting it's Dylan Desclose on stage. Who is
Desclose to being Justin Bieber.
Yeah. God damn it. PETA's got a new beef, and they are this close to taking down one of the most beloved video games because it's been so long.
Yeah, they're not taking down a thing.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I heard a little bit of it this morning.
It is absolutely bonkers to me, and it's quite, they're like 20 years too late, dare I say 30? But it turns out it's PETA versus Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Nintendo. This is why the cow's nose ring has got to go. And it's got a character on the video game that it's a cow with a nose ring.
It's so embarrassing. Yeah,
why put the nose ring on the cow? Is it because it doesn't read cow if it doesn't have the nose ring?
No, the cow is like listens to good music.
Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be like a punk cow.
Yeah.
Moo! Wow.
It says in the meat and dairy industries, nose rings are stabbed through cows' sensitive septums to control and hurt them.
When's the last time you saw an actual cow in real life with that nose ring?
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
They just do the tags and the branding.
I don't know if I've seen a cow with a nose ring, but my dad's cousin had a pig with a nose ring.
Really?
They
eat that pig?
No, it stops them from digging up the ground.
Huh.
And he also made a really cool emo album.
It says, remove the ring and let the cow race free. All right.
It's a fake cow, idiot.
They don't know that. But, they could double down, and Mario Kart 17 has us, actually eating and making burgers out of the cow with the nose ring.
That'd be dark, yeah.
Something's wrong with me. It turns out Mario Kart is not responding because the game's already out and it's a very popular franchise. So try again, PETA.
Yeah, they're not going to, I don't think they're going to hurt at all.
Find yourself a mushroom and get one more life. On the Boop Tube tonight, we have preseason NFL football, baby. Who's going to win, the Commanders or the Bengals? Put your bets in right now. 3, 2, 1.
Commanders.
Bengals.
Commanders.
We got American Ninja Warrior on NBC, Bachelor in Paradise on ABC, series premiere of Are You My First on ABC and Hulu. A dating experiment where a group of sexy single virgins are sent to a tropical paradise for romantic dates.
All right, I'll bite.
No, I've never heard of this before.
But were they virgins? You can also catch Michelle Williams and Tiffany Haddish hosting the Jimmy Kimmel slot. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, realradio.fm/comedy. And say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, lots to still work through. We got to start peeking into the White House. I think Zelensky is supposed to be at the White House before too long. So will there be some yelling and screaming? Will there be some drama? Will it be like, will it go well? Honestly.
What's he wearing, first and foremost?
Is he going to be wearing a suit or not? We've kind of put down some bets on this. But honestly, I see so many people hating on all this stuff. Like, what world are you coming from if you don't want this to work out? Like, I absolutely want a win here. I want a win for everybody involved so that the war ends and young men in Ukraine and Russia stop getting sent off to the meat grinder. Like, everybody should want that. This should be one of those things where everybody from the left, from the right, from everywhere comes together and is like, yes, we want to win here. We want that. We would root for that. You might not think Trump's capable of it. You might think he's an idiot. You might think a million other things, but you should want that. Otherwise, like, what's going on in your life, for God's sake? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll peek in and give you the audio if there's some sort of fireworks. And that'll be coming up in a bit. Some new words entering the lexicon. An update on the whole situation in Texas where those politicians left. They left, and we're going to talk about arresting them and all sorts of other stuff. We'll get you all caught up on that situation, too. That and everything else coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
You're going to run into some slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound due to an accident near County Road 561. That's off to the shoulder now. The right lane's blocked on Palm Parkway southbound at Apopka Vineland Road. The left turn lane's blocked on Colonial Drive westbound at Newport Avenue. There's no serious problems on I-4 or I-95 affecting your ride, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
Hello, everybody. Uh-oh, Zelensky's European posse is at the White House. The Zelensky troops are at the White House. Okay, I'll get that ready to go. What do you think, folks? I mean, are you rooting for some sort of deal here? Are you rooting for a peace deal? I literally see people, it just seems absolutely mind-melted, who are like seemingly rooting against this. Many media types too. It's just, why would you want that? Let's say the numbers are way off. It's still pretty clear that at the very, very least, like tens of thousands of young men are being sent off to slaughter for like inches of land, right? Like, we go a little bit this way, we go a little bit this way, we fire a drone this way, we go back over this way, and then just people are just dying, just getting completely blasted out. 5 minutes and we're back live on the show with some of the first footage of what's happening at the White House. I want the war to end by Putin being very mad that he didn't get his way and Ukraine joining NATO. That is great. That is great. I am glad to hear that that is what you want. Now the question is, do you know that there's a 0% chance of that happening? And if you know that there's a 0% chance of that happening, and you don't care, then that's what puts us in a bad place. You have to understand that doesn't square up with the situation. Ukraine is not getting into NATO right now. That ain't happening. That's not going to be the precursor to this whole thing ending. Not gonna happen. One hell of a punk rock says it's never going to join NATO. I mean, it could be a part of some sort of like deal, which I would support if they said, okay, we cease hostilities right now, but if Russia invades again and crosses into the territorial accepted boundaries of Ukraine, then there's some de facto admission into NATO or something. I don't know. Something like that might be okay, but you just have to realize it's not very realistic. You don't want Russia to win, trust me? Well, in a situation like this, no one's really going to win. I would argue that Russia has already lost in a major way, right? Like, Russia was seen as maybe number 3 on the planet militarily, right? You would, whether this is right or not, you would probably argue the United States, China, and Russia, right? You would argue militarily, those are like the 3 main forces out there. And people would have been like, oh no, the United States doesn't want to go to war with Russia. But the fact is, the Russians have been proven to be a bit of a paper tiger in as much as they can't even take Ukraine. Albeit with the backing of like all of our money and rockets and missiles and all of that stuff. So de facto, the US being in there. But Russia can't even take Ukraine. They thought they would steamroll into Kiev and take the place in 5 seconds, and they can't do it. So that's kind of an L for Russia, right? Like, kind of looks bad that they couldn't do that. The war was started by Russia. They either stop or nothing gets done. That's just dumb negotiation, dumb way to end hostilities. It doesn't make sense. No offense, it just doesn't make sense. Everybody's going to lose something and some sort of compromise, including Ukraine might lose some territory, like the Donbass or other places, which are much more complicated. But all right, let me come back. Now, I don't want to do this rant again, but I'm going to briefly, because there's a whole bunch of stories right now that are pushing The Breakfast Club being re-released in movie theaters this week, and they're selling tickets for like $15 or something, and they're arguing that The Breakfast Club for the 40th anniversary has never been better or more relevant. And I'm going to tell you once again, The Breakfast Club is a garbage movie. The Breakfast Club is about some of the most unlikable characters ever featured in a movie that's considered to be a classic. It's just not good. It's not an interesting journey. It's not even that well written, honestly. And I would recommend that nobody go see it. Okay? I'm sorry, but that's just the way I see it. Re-release is better than remake? Yeah, but I ain't going to see that garbage. No, thank you. We gotta get to this plane crash. We got raccoons invading a house and taking over. Lots on the way. Here we go.
Lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, ReeseWindows.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
Like a car crash, you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
Peek in. We'll see what's happening. And we'll also get to you and some of your feedback. Some new words entering the lexicon. Are they worth putting in the dictionary? We'll find out together. All that coming up in just a moment on the show. By the way, to everybody in chat who is suggesting that was a hot take, this is not even a mild take. This is not even a mild take. But I stand by it 1,000%. We're talking about how they have a re-release. And for the 40th anniversary, they're putting The Breakfast Club back in theaters. And they want to get people to pay all over again to see this movie. And I 1,000% stand by. That is a movie about the most unlikable characters in almost any movie I've ever seen in my life. None of them, not a single one of the characters in The Breakfast Club is like a likable personality. They are not really well written in their interaction with one another. Nothing happens in this movie. You want to talk about a movie where like nothing really occurs? Nothing happens in this movie. And it just gets like all of the rave reviews. I don't understand it.
I can't tell you the last time I watched it.
Personally, I'm not a fan.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
A Breakfast Club?
It's the whole detention, right?
Yeah.
Thing,
And
and,
that's
then
the
the guy
whole
with the trench coat.
Yep, and the hand in the air, right? Like you. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about that. To go and spend money on a ticket to see the 40th re-release of The Breakfast Club will only bring you to that same conclusion. Oh, okay. Everybody gathered together. They had detention. Like, there's so many better movies about this. Better movies about school. Rodney Dangerfield made some great movies about school. Great movies about everything. Friendship, coming of age, all of it. It's not any of those. It's not a good movie at any of those. But we'll see. If you're a fan and you disagree, let me know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
I think I watched that documentary about the Brat Pack, but I didn't really have a lot of connection to it because I didn't really watch a lot of those movies.
Well, I like a bunch of those movies. I think a bunch of those movies are good movies. I don't think The Breakfast Club is one of them. I think, I remember watching it not even that long ago. And I said, I'd only seen little bits and pieces of this. Let me watch the whole thing. It's a classic. It's a cult classic. It must be good. It must be good. And I paid all of the attention. And I thought about a lot of things that I think about, character writing, arcs, story arcs, all of that. And as I was watching, I was like, this fails at all of these. Like, not one of these characters is somebody you would want to hang out with. Not one of these characters is somebody you're rooting for. Not one of them. And like, what are we even doing here? But it's such a big hit, somehow, some way. To the White House. The red carpet is literally out. Zelensky's buddies have arrived, I guess. Here they are. All right, some of the Zelensky fans and crew have arrived. Leadership from different European nations. There's Keir Starmer from the UK. Total loser, but he's at the White House. Lots of pantsuits. Powerful people. All pulling up to the White House to be there for this meeting that's going down with Zelensky. All the powerful people. Oh, there he is. Now, I wonder if they'll talk. This is not Zelensky. This is the president of France.
Emmanuel Macron.
Emmanuel Macron. And I wonder if the thing about his wife will come up with the whole lawsuit there, which I'll reiterate, he is 100% going to win that. I've never seen tripling down on stuff that's just definitely going to be an L for you in court. But good luck, Candace, whatever your name is. Good luck on that whole thing. Candace Owens. There she is. Yeah. But yeah, that's the president of France, president of a lot of European countries making their way into the White House for the big meeting. I hope they're successful. I hope they come up with some sort of deal that pushes them to phase 3 where they can get Zelensky and Putin in a room. And I hope people stop dying for inches of territory, because that is literally what is happening. Inches of territory that in the case of Russia, they think they have some sort of, historical right to, like it's bloodland, and they should be able to take this back over. They've taken a lot of the territory and injected their own citizens into it so then they could be like, look, these people wanted to stay Russian over here. It's all horrible and it's all bad. But if you don't know how wars end and you just go, well, nothing will be okay unless Putin just says, I'm sorry, guys, I really screwed the pooch here. I'll rebuild everything I blew up. You've never read a book about history. You never read a book about war, and you don't know how these things are solved. I hope no more people die. I hope all these wars end. I hope they can fix that. And then I hope they go right afterwards and stop everything in Gaza that's happening and stop people from getting blown up all over the place. I don't want any of these people dying. Okay. There's kids in a lot of these cases that are dying. I don't want that. I don't care if I think Miss Rachel's a crazy. She's right on that particular front. I don't want kids dying. I don't want people dying in all these wars started by a bunch of weirdos who just like are demeasuring in front of the world here.
Well, at least now that you've said that, Miss Rachel will work with you.
Thank God.
Hello. Can you spell news junkie?
I mean, I disagree with her on many, many things, it would appear, but she's powerful. She's got the kids' eardrums. She's making that sweet, sweet YouTube monies, too, I'm sure. We got some new words. I want to keep you guys hip. I try to do it all the time. You guys fade out on me, and I look and I go, damn. Sabrina didn't even know what getting cracked was moments ago. She did not know.
I've been using what was inside the cracking.
What was inside? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes.
But I will now add it to my thing. What's on the Riz now? No cap.
Oh, God. No. No, you just had this, as a matter of fact. You just had a word that was kind of newer that you liked that people were using. I don't know if that's gone by the wayside. What was it? Oh.
Skibbity?
No, not skibbity. No.
On the Riz. No, I just said it.
Really? Melly, Deli, Felly?
Oh, what the helly?
What the helly? That didn't make it into the Cambridge Dictionary.
That was an interesting journey you went on.
I got there,
Melly, Felly.
Jelly.
Skibbity has been added to the Cambridge Dictionary, and
that doesn't have an actual definition, does it?
It doesn't. No.
Okay.
No. So a lot of people were mad about that.
Put in the dictionary.
It says skibbity is defined as a word that can have different meanings, such as cool or bad, and can be used with no real meaning, like joke. An example of its use is, "What the skibbity are you doing?" Which.
Okay.
I get it. Like kids are using it, so it's a word. Tradwife, if you guys know what that is another word that has made its way into the Cambridge Dictionary.
Yeah, I know what it means, but how is it usually used?
It's a shortening of traditional wife, a married mother who cooks, cleans, and posts on social media.
That's what the kids are saying now.
Yeah, tradwife would be like.
I'm saying, is it an insult? Like, oh, you're such a trad wife.
It depends on who says it.
I'm looking for a trad wife.
I think a lot of times it may be used as an insult, but it's kind of a rejection of women in the workplace, that sort of thing. And I think it's largely an online thing. I haven't seen a lot of examples of that kind of stuff in real world interactions, but we'll see. More than 6,000 new words have been added. And of those were skibbity and tradwife. They bring up that reality TV star Kim Kardashian had a necklace engraved saying skibbity toilet, which ruins the whole thing. Another word worked in, and I've heard this a lot, and this one I think has been pretty powerful overall, is delulu.
I like delulu. That's a fun one.
Play on the word delusional. That one's had a pretty big cultural impact.
Like Candace Owens is delulu if she thinks she's going to win that lawsuit.
Yeah, I would say so. What about mouse jiggler? You guys heard of that? That's in there.
Oh boy,
mouse jiggler.
Not at all.
It's dirty.
Is it the thing that you put underneath your mouse when you're working remotely if your company tracks your movement?
That's correct. Yeah, that is absolutely correct.
And the kids are saying this?
It's a device or piece of software used to make it seem as though you're working when you're not, and that is now in the dictionary. Also, work wife and work spouse.
That's been around for a minute.
They just finally made it into the Cambridge Dictionary. And broligarchy, which is quite obviously a merging of the word bro and oligarchy, which is a small group of men who are extremely rich and powerful. Think Zuckerberg, Bezos, those types of characters, all making them their way into the Cambridge Dictionary. And people often get mad about this, oldos in particular, will get mad and boomers will get mad and they'll be like, skibbity in the dictionary. Well, that's a bad example. But like say delulu in the dictionary. That's kind of how dictionaries have to work over time, though, isn't it? Like, if kids start saying different things and words start changing in terms of what their meaning is, you can be old guard all you want. And you can pull up a shield and say, like, I'm going to protect my very traditional view of what the language should be like. Or you can say, we need to understand what people are saying, especially if people start using words differently. Words change over time. The way we talk about everything out there changes. Something a lot of people don't understand is that if you went into a time machine and you went back to, let's say, I would say fairly confidently the 18th century or the 17th century, so the 1700s or the 1600s. If you went back to that time period, you might not be able to understand what anybody's saying. Yeah. Even if you were speaking English, like you'd be speaking English and somebody else would be speaking English, and you'd be like, what?
Oft thine not understandeth me?
Try to read the Constitution sometimes. Or sometime.
Or like
do it multiple times.
Read the letters between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr.
Yeah, it's hard to read. Like they used F's instead of S's. They did all kinds of stuff. Even making it in terms of Hamilton is going to make it a little easier to understand. But that shows language changing in and of itself, doesn't it? That is the kind of thing that happens out there. So, oldos, I'm not with you on this. I think words change over time, and you can track their usage. That's valuable. Sometimes it's for the better. Sometimes it's for the worse. Sometimes language erodes.
One grumpy ex-user writes, congratulations, English is no longer a language. It's a TikTok comment section.
Well, in some ways, yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's how people use the language. Languages die. Languages change. Languages morph. And culture and different things have a huge impact on this. And resisting that is like so futile. It just seems like a complete waste to me. But we'll see what you think. Let us know. Those Texas Democrats, they said, we won't stand for it. They're going to be redistricting in Texas. We cannot. This is the death of democracy. We cannot stand for it. So they left Texas and they said, we're gone. And they went to Illinois, which is
beautiful this time of
gerrymandered
year.
more than any other place, probably besides possibly California. I don't know. All of these places are. Whenever you have a stranglehold on power, you make sure you get to keep your power. And it is full stop, wrong and bad. Okay? Wrong and bad. We should set things up in a simple way so the districts make sense, so that they're not shaped like squiggly little lines or whatever is the most, advantageous for whatever political party is in power. But the fact is, both parties have been doing this for a very long time. And they left Texas and they said, this is the end of democracy if this happens. And then they were kind of rooting on Gavin Newsom in California, who was like, we're going to redistrict even more, even harder over here. Though I do like, for all of Gavin Newsom's failures, and California is one of them, just one of them. But for all of Gavin Newsom's failures, I do like how he's starting to imitate Trump on social media. Have you seen this at all?
No. What is he saying?
All caps.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of smart, actually. It's kind of a good strategy. So he started posting like Trump on social media with thank you for your attention to this matter and all caps and like completely imitating the style of Trump's social media post and ribbing him with it. So here's an example from the press office of Governor Newsom. Tiny Hands is out there copying me, but without the stamina. Sad. And certainly without the looks, in quotes. Total beta. And so like he's taking shots at him. And if you're a right of center person, you're going to be like, but like he's trying to rally his own people. So I think it'll work doing that.
It's funny,
and there
too.
he is in the middle of it. Yeah, but the Texas Democrats came back. They came back. And guess what? The redrawn lines are going to pass just like they always were. The whole thing is performative. This is what politicians have come to embrace these days. That's just what happens. Lots of emails coming in, and we'll get to as many of those as we can here shortly on the show. We'll also get to more of your dispatches. I haven't worked in any of those. And as a matter of fact, let's do one here. This is Insecure Walrus with a video dispatch. He's saying it's not just the poop suitcase that Vladimir Putin's people have. He says the U.S. collects this, too.
Hey, Sean. Hey. Chilling in my hotel room here in New York City.
Good to see you.
Today, listening to the show. The poop suitcase thing, the U.S. does that, too. There's a special, porta potty that lives on Air Force One. And if they can't capture it any other way, when the president's in a foreign country, that's how he has to go to the bathroom, because there is value to figuring out stuff from things like that, and we treat all that stuff the same way. So it's kind of weird that they're making a big deal about it, because that's what the U.S. has done for 20 or 30 years.
It just seems gross, I think. Beard's looking great, by the way. You look fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Insecure Walrus, for the video dispatch. Definitely appreciate that. A lot of people chiming in about the event this weekend. And to everybody who came out to the event, thank you. It was fun. I am not the best at poker. I am the first to admit that. I tried my little hard out. I won against Mo DeWitt pretty quickly, and I was getting a little bit of confidence, a little wind in my sail. And then pretty quickly, I said, my investment is going to change from time at this table to $10 high noons. And I'm going to have at least a couple of those real quick. And then go play all the other games that they have in the casino. Courtney loves them. Yeah, we had a good time out there. So it was nice to meet everybody.
I only won a single hand.
No, that's it.
That's all just you got. Won.
That's it.
Yeah. They creep up those, what do they call it?
Blinds go up
blinds.
quick.
Yeah, they creep up those blinds on you sometimes. Angie was talking about that.
Really extremely fun table, though. Everybody was
Who was
cool.
at your table?
Jenny Castillo from Roomba.
She's great.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun. I've actually been paired up with her before at the poker tournament. And we just had a lot of cool people. We had a fun time. The dude next to me was, we were kind of once we would fold, we're telling each other our hands and kind of scrutinizing each other. We were just kind of ribbing. And then the dude next to me, all of a sudden, he was trying to remain calm, and he pushes betting wise, and he hit a royal flush, not a royal flush, a straight flush.
Oh, is that the
straight
one
flush.
they announced?
Yes.
Wow.
Because it's a super rare. It's 5 in a row, all the same suit.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, for sure. I was just happy, as was everybody else, that John Bustecker didn't win. I mean, that was it. That was the only.
He got out very early.
Good. Thank God.
Very, very early. And he talked
Finally,
a lot of smack leading up to that.
Yeah, he'll walk in with all of his winnings around his neck like he's Mr. T or something. It was just a bit much. So to see him knock down a peg was enjoyable. I liked that quite a bit. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to more of your feedback. We're keeping an eye on the White House. If there's any fireworks there, we're going to bring that to you. That's what happens around here. Maybe the worst flight of the weekend. Why? Well, this one was caught on tape landing on a golf course. And that's not great. That's not a good thing necessarily. If you don't know this story, you're going to hear it. You're going to actually hear the thud. And that is on the way. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning. Lose really where your sticking point is, right?
Lose track of where you were listening.
Exactly.
Yeah. To your conversation.
I'm glad you did it.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound near John Young Parkway. You're going to run into some slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike northbound due to an accident near County Road 561. That's off to the shoulder. No issues on I-95 or the Beach Line. You won't be running into any problems affecting your ride this afternoon on the major roadways, but if you do see traffic troubles...
Okay. Got some breaking news on the Zelensky front. We'll give you all the video. I got multiple videos to share with you when we come back, including the interaction with Trump. And Trump said, I don't believe it. When Zelensky got out, Trump said, I don't believe it. We'll share that with you here in a moment. And we'll get to this plane that crashed on a golf course over the weekend. The story behind this is nuts. Dan, we're going to find out together in just a moment.
They are not going to try and pressure you into a really high spend, but they want to help you out. Get that battery back up to your existing system if you have it. And then you not only produce the power, you store it yourself. Own your own energy and go with the...
Ryan says, Trump said, "This isn't my war, this is Joe Biden's war." I don't know if that quote's correct. It's Russia's. It's definitely Russia's war. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hop around this and try to fence it. The war was 100,000% needlessly started by Vladimir Putin invading into sovereign Ukrainian territory. There is no doubt about that by anybody with a brain. You feeling any better, Sean? Yes. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I'm feeling much better. I was feeling really rough on Friday. That's why there was no Skull Mike or anything. I was just trying to... Honestly, Friday was one of those shows where I was just trying to get through. I'm just trying to put my head down, put the segment together, try to be professional, try to be interesting, and it didn't get much better from there. And then this weekend, I was like a little rough. Yesterday, Courtney wasn't feeling so hot, so we stayed home all yesterday. We watched a couple of docu-series. I really got to recharge my batteries, and I honestly do feel better. It's John Hughes' war? Oh, I thought we were still talking about the Breakfast Club. Yeah, he's not to blame for this disaster. Fizzy Boy says, "You're feeling any better, Sean?" Yes, I already answered that. I think that's who I was responding to. What happened to Facebook? Oh! Barbara, I should have mentioned this. I apologize, okay? Facebook just has two real issues with the live streaming. Issue number one, they don't push the stream out to enough people that follow the page or that are in the algorithm. Facebook as a platform, like live streaming is just not popping off over there, okay? Tried a couple of times since the Facebook page is so big. There's like 112,000 followers on the Facebook page. One post I did this weekend is like almost 1 million views or something. That does well. And I want it to continue to do well. And I don't want to stream to like 4 or 5 people on Facebook and then have a few thousand watch it on demand. I think we'll stay live and in the moment on YouTube and Twitch for now, at least. All right? Friday, you look like you didn't want to be there. You definitely sound better. Well, thank you. I didn't want to be here. By the way, not going to be here on Monday. Between you and I. We're off on Monday because C-Lane's out, and then I was going to go to Nashville. We had to cancel our Nashville trip because a couple of things came up, and then we had some issues with finding somebody to watch Lady. So we're going to squeeze in like a last-minute trip, and I think we're just going to do something else this weekend. Sorry about that, Barbara. Console Bob says, "I got some good photos of our 2 best litigators, Glenn and Mo, litigating." Good guys. I was at Mo's table, so it was nice to hang out with him for a bit. Tommy says Labor Day. Is Monday Labor Day? Is it? See.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions.
Labor Day 2025, Monday, September 1st. No. Wait, that's not. We're not there yet, are we? No, I'm talking about the 25th. Ooh, so that's 2 Mondays in a row then, isn't it? That's getting a little asky. Hey. Sorry. We'll have some extra content. We got 2 secret shows coming this week. 2. A double mega secret show. Split into 2.
Get into summer with iHeart80s. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeartRadio.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the news.
Over, and we will work those in momentarily. Also, your emails and this plane crash from over the weekend. That was one of the craziest things I've seen. All the details on that on the way. Before we get into your emails and those dispatches, because your feedback is obviously important to the show, let me just get all settled up here because we do have some clips coming in. The clip machine is rolling, baby. The clip machine is rolling into the most viral newsroom on the planet, with Zelensky arriving at the White House. Now, here's what we got. I got President Trump commenting on Zelensky's attire as he arrives at the White House, but I haven't seen what he was wearing. So let's see what we got here. We did talk about whether or not Zelensky, who wanted to redo this last time he went to the White House, it did not go well. It did not end well for him. And now, was he going to be wearing a suit? What was he going to be wearing? Here he is. His SUV arrived at the White House. Trump's ready to greet him. He says, I can't believe it, Trump says. He's wearing a suit. Zelensky's wearing a suit.
Oh,
yeah.
He looks good.
I mean, it's all black, and it's like kind of a cheater suit that I would wear.
What do you mean cheater?
It's a black coat with a black shirt and a black tie, and all of it's kind of it's like a sleek look. I kind of like actually. He's got a tie on though. All right, there they go. He said they're saying hello. He looks sharp. He looks nice.
We love that.
All right, they're taking photos with each other out front.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Let's see what else we got, because I know they asked him some questions, Zelensky, as the press arrives. So here's another view of this. Let's listen in. Here we go.
Got the SUV carrying Vladimir Zelensky coming up to the West Wing portico, and there's President Trump greeting him. I imagine that this meeting is probably going to go a lot better than that one at the White House a couple of months ago.
Everybody's talking about it.
Well, let's see if we can listen in here.
President Trump, sir, your message to the people of Ukraine as world leaders gathered here today.
We love them, he said.
Russia continues to attack civilians in Kharkiv, killing many.
Thank you very much, everyone, he said. And then both of them head inside to the White House, okay? That's what we've got so far. Now, I do have a little clip here in the White House. So we've started off. We're in the same room. Now, there's a lot more gold in this room than the last time Zelensky was in there, but Trump is in this same room. Let's take a peek.
Your team has talked about security guarantees. Could that involve U.S. troops? Would you rule that out in the future?
We'll let you know that maybe later today. We're meeting with 7 great leaders of great countries also, and we'll be talking about that. They'll all be involved, but there'll be a lot of help. When it comes to security, there's going to be a lot of help. It's going to be good. They are first line of defense because they're there. They're Europe. But we're going to help them out also. We'll be involved.
All right. So not too much happening. This is just the beginning of the scrum. And Trump says on deploying the U.S. troops to Ukraine, we'll let you know about that later today. We may be involved if there's some sort of mission that's needed where the Russian troops are going to withdraw from the territory and you need other troops to keep things correct. The European troops would be involved, maybe
like
even
hall
US
monitors?
Troops. Yeah, kind of like peacekeeping force stuff, but I don't know. This is all very, very early. So that's what we've got so far on this. I'll give you every clip that matters when we get more of those in, but they just arrived and they just started this. Let's see what else we got. I wanted to share this with you, so let's go ahead and do this, but there was a plane this weekend. Wasn't exactly what you would call the greatest landing. In fact, this was quite bad. This was in Sydney, Australia. I want you to pay attention to one of the guys who tries to save the day here. I hope they don't curse, because somebody just happened to be along this road and they're filming, right? And there's a small plane, right? Here comes the plane. All right.
Oh,
the plane, that was the plane crash landing on the
very smooth. No.
Yeah. This did not go very well. The plane crash landed onto the golf course.
Is this part of, an air show or a train?
No. This is just a plane that just crash landed.
God.
And now here's the best part, okay? The crash landing was not as bad as it could have been. It came down a little bit hard, and you heard that. Mm-hmm. But watch, there's a guy who is a bystander who decided to go run over and help, right? And so here he goes. He's running to help the plane crash. Right, he's going down.
Oh.
Here you go.
Oh, God.
Did his hair fall off? Did he lose a tooth?
I think.
Zoom in.
He may have.
Also, nobody else. He was the one person that ran.
I don't know what fell off, because he looks, maybe it's a hat.
Okay.
So
his dignity?
Yeah. Is going down the hill, and he falls. He crashes his own way, and they all make their way over to this plane. Says, somebody call an ambulance? Everybody was okay on this flight, but I'll pump that up so you could hear. This was the plane hitting the golf course. Hang on, I'm going back. Right here.
Not good. Oh, yeah. There was no
great.
smooth to that whatsoever.
No, it just plowed into the golf course and then skidded along.
Everyone okay?
Everybody's okay, shockingly. Yeah, everybody was okay.
When some golf cart comes up and it was like, you guys are slowing our game down. We're at the 18th hole. Let's go.
Play through. No injuries, they said, which that's amazing in and of itself. Now, it would have been hilarious if there was no injuries from anybody on the plane, but the guy who fell down the hill trying to rescue them ended up getting hurt. That would have been a very strange turn of events. But it looks like all folks involved are doing okay. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see what we got. Anonymous emails the show. Anonymous says, hey, Sean, thank you. iHeart stock is up to $2.24.
Hot damn.
Yay, I wish I bought 100 shares because I paid 70 cents for mine when you were talking about it. I told you. I said, look, there's no way that, and I own iHeart stock, just for the record. I said,
thought you sold it.
No, I bought more.
I still got mine.
Yeah, I bought more. And I said, there's no way that it's not worth $1. If iHeart sold all of its different holdings, they'd be able to make enough money back to be worth probably more than that for the stock owners. And yeah, it's been up pretty good. Like at the opening today, it'll get back up, but at the opening today, it was up to $2.58. That was pre-market. And then during the markets, it's down a penny today, but don't worry. It seems like it's okay, right? $2.24 for that stock. I say it's a steal. You know what? Congratulations, Anonymous. I hold some of it too. Dumb request, this says, from Brenda. I know this is silly, but all the recommendation you have about things to watch, I'm a mail carrier and I listen to you while at work. My problem is I can't remember your recommendations. Can you find a place to post them on your site? Hope you can, and if not, no worries. Love the show. My job would suck without it, says Brenda. That's not a dumb request. I get it. You're listening to the show, and it's like, hey, go watch this movie. Go check out this new series, blah, blah. What I'll do is I'll end up photo dispatching about them so you can go to thenewsjunkie.com/Sean and see them that way. The good news is it's not live yet, but there is a search coming to the site probably this week where you can search for anything like that, and that'll be another way to find this stuff. But yes, absolutely, I can do that. I'll work on that in the next week or so here. And Jessica emails the show, and she says, ew, terrifying zombie squirrels with oozing flesh are invading U.S. backyards. Is this true? Let's see. Zombie squirrels. Let's see if this is indeed action. It looks to be real. Looks to be legit. I don't know if I could trust any of these websites. There's nothing very, very convincing, but it says first rabbits, now the squirrels. Zombie squirrels with oozing flesh terrify U.S. homeowners. And That's a regular squirrel. That squirrel's not oozing with anything right there.
Actually looks adorable.
Cuteness.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are just regular squirrels they're showing.
Stop,
God. Oh, no. Yeah, this. That squirrel has some issues. It's got a bumpy squirrel right there. So
I think that was creepier than the rabbits with the horns.
Rabbits were pretty bad. But this one, it's the white.
Poor guy.
It's the whiteness. It looks like they're pimples. And it's
Oh,
nasty.
yeah. Yeah, I hate when these animals have these little issues like
They
this.
need like
This
a
is
Dr. Pimple Popper to squeeze those things.
Ew!
Yeah.
That's disgusting. It is some sort of issue that has hit these squirrels in the United States, which is going to hit our tourists hardest. Because anytime people come to the United States of America from other countries where they don't have squirrels, let me tell you something, friend. They will stand around and they will look at these squirrels.
I've done the same thing for sheep.
They love it.
We don't have a
They
lot
love
of
it.
sheep over here on this side, but
Yeah.
God, did I love it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Squirrels are great little creatures. They're fun. And I get it. If you're from, let's say you're from Montana.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from Montana, you fly down to Sabrina's neck of the woods in Miami. And in the Miami or Fort Lauderdale area, you go out and you see these huge iguanas. You are going to stop in your tracks.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, nobody from South Florida is going to stop in their tracks. You've seen them your whole life. You've grown up with them. It's not really shocking to see a several foot long iguana if you're in South Florida. But people from outside, they go, "Whoa, my God, what is this thing?" And they tend to be fairly stunned by it. So I think it's kind of like that. Anyhow, thanks for the email. When we come back, we'll keep an eye on this meeting that's happening at the White House. I'll give you all the clips as they roll in. We got to do jury duty. We don't have to do it, but we're going to do it, friend. And also, raccoons have invaded a home. They have taken over. It's a very adorable invasion. And we'll see what's happening
Not if it's
with
those
these.
ones we just saw.
Well,
those
we're
are
going to find
raccoons.
out. We're going to find out what's happening with them. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this week.
Jacksonville acquired Saints D tackle Caden Saunders in a trade. Center Luke Fortner is going to New Orleans. College camps continue. UCF now 10 days from opening the season against Jacksonville State. Baseball, the Marlins hit a pair of ninth-inning home runs and rallied past Boston. The Rays lost to the Giants. I'm Matt McCoy.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz.
Hello, everybody. I don't know. Okay, hang on.
Underway. You must order by August 31st to claim your 2025 tax
Did my mic
credit.
go on?
So,
Or
save
did I not say
30%
anything?
the 2025.
Huh? Did my mic go on, or did I not say anything?
Beat those rising.
You said, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds pretty impressive,
Protect
actually.
your family from power outages.
It was on your newsjunkie.com/Sean.
In fact, these guys have been
Oh.
on the same phone number since
Oh, yeah, I haven't changed that yet. I was just talking about in the future.
Oh.
What does it go to?
Tell you what.
It's like your baseball card here.
Oh, yeah. This is like sales. This is like sales thing.
I know.
It's a placeholder.
Got it.
Yeah. That's not going to be.
Where's my baseball card?
Well, I did that with AI.
I can tell.
How dare you? No, I'm going to change that back to just forwarding to my profile.
Got it.
There, I fixed that. Folks, hang tight. Sorry, I did not forget about you. We're coming back in 90 seconds, okay?
So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is
1 minute, here we go.
Health and Human Services. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
He's smiling, and that alone should scare you. This
And we're so happy to be with you. As per usual, cruise along with the show and send us your opinions via email, tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's peek back into the White House and see what we got. Here's Trump talking with Zelensky, and we might be able to go live into that. I don't know if this is just coverage.
I think they're finishing up.
If they are, let's.
You look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks good.
I said the one that attacked you last time. See, that was I remember that.
I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question for you, President Zelensky.
In the same suit.
The mood is definitely different. It's very shifted from the last time.
So as they wrapped up, I was listening a little bit during the break to the commentary on CNN, and they were talking about there was a moment where it seemed like one of the reporters was trying to set President Trump up to sort of match the mood from the last one, because they remember in the last meeting where he kept telling him, you don't have the cards.
Yeah.
They asked President Trump, who has the cards now? Like,
no.
And he said that he didn't want to talk about that. And so he kept it. He kept it a lot calmer. And then, the CNN commentator said, you know, they tried to set up Donald Trump, and he just did not swing at that piñata. And I was like, what?
Piñata? Hang on, I've got that moment. Here we go. Let's listen in here.
And as you met with Putin on Friday, today you've got President Zelensky here.
It's Fox News.
As you listen to Russia and Ukraine, which side has the better cards?
Well, I don't want to say that. I'm just here to be. Look, this isn't my war. This is Joe Biden's war. He's the one that had a lot to do with this happening, and we want to get it ended, and we want it to end good for everybody. We want it to end good. The people of Ukraine have suffered incredibly.
So he didn't take the bait. He didn't go into that. He pushed it off and calls it Joe Biden's war, which this is Putin's war, okay? I mean, anybody who knows anything about history or was watching news stories in real time knows that this war started with Putin crossing over into Ukrainian territory and violating their sovereignty, and then here we are. But I didn't take the bait there, which good enough move on the journalist part. You're like,
just
throw
trying a little bit.
Yeah.
He did say that, or at least I'm saying on the Chiron now, that Trump was going to get on the phone with Putin immediately after this meeting is over, and that he is not ruling out sending the troops to the Ukraine. So I would love to hear that phone conversation to see how that goes down.
It seems like whenever everybody starts to get on board with something, it's like, we could make this happen. We could stop the war. We could do this. At the end, you still need Putin to agree, right? And so I'm sure they agreed to some stuff when they were in Alaska. And I know there were certain territories that he was just not flexing on at all. And then Trump said, look, if we can't agree to anything here, we're not going to have a deal, which would have pushed everything off for another year, a year of people dying. It still might happen, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on all of this right now. We'll, quick distraction, head on over to do this. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
That's right, friend. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, the poker player that did much better than I did, Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Good man, good guy. And if you need somebody to help you out after an accident, he's the guy you need. 800-CALL-MO. 800-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. Justcallmo.com. All right, let's see what we got here. I wanted to bring this up. I don't know if I can find a story where I could play this, but there is a South Carolina politician that finds himself in some trouble because of an arrest video. Dump that.
That is dumped.
This is straight up on WYFF's website.
With no warning?
There's like an editorial standards thing below it, but obviously that, let me see.
Not close enough to it.
No, let me see if I can get further away. So there's like, is this going to be the same thing? No, I'm not going to play this. All right. I'll find a clip that I can play.
It's like off the bat too, which is like scary for us. Like, can you give us a little 2 seconds? Say, we're about to drop an S and F and everything in between.
I would not have thought that they would put that on one of the local news sites, but they certainly did. And now I'm scared playing any of these. Let's see. There's got to be one where it's a little more censored here. Let's try.
It's a different day. You know, they had that Fox ran that story about the Tampa guy that had the quote that was a little spicy. And now this dude just dropping MFers.
Mm-hmm. That was a rough one. Let's go to this.
Just get these shackles off of me. So, Joey, you call me whatever you want to. I don't care. Okay. Just get it off of me and get me out of this car. My name doesn't matter. Well, let me tell you something. When I'm governor.
Oh, boy, that's not good.
A disturbing video surfacing involving the only Democrat in South Carolina's 2026 race for governor. Shows the candidates now arrested, and this happened a couple of months ago. So it's
this is just leaking out now. Mullins McLeod is the guy's name who's running for governor in South Carolina, and there was calls for him to end his candidacy, but he said he's not going to be doing that.
When I'm governor.
He said, when I'm governor, and then I didn't hear anything else.
The Alpha report, state Democratic leaders are now calling for Charleston lawyer Mullins McLeod to suspend his campaign.
This lady's over it.
A video that was recorded back in May shows Mullins McLeod shirtless in the back of a police car, shouting profanities and slurs.
Superman sounds good. I'm Superman. No, you know what, John Doe's fine. Okay. John Doe's fine. I don't give a right. Just get these shackles off of me. When I'm governor, I'm not getting out of this car. I'm not doing it.
As you can hear, McLeod was screaming while he was cuffed in a police car for about an hour. He posted a video on Facebook Tuesday and another one on Thursday, saying he will not stand down.
Today is a normal day. Now, I know the political storm is all around me, but my rudder is true. My rudder is true, folks. My plan and my purpose has never been clearer. So I'm going to keep my head down, and I'm going to keep working.
That's a way to phrase it.
He says the establishment can't keep me down. I'm a threat to the establishment. They want me to get out of the race. I will not stand down.
Threat to the public based on those back of the police car videos.
Damn, bro. Like, all right, hit the brakes. I love how that now we don't apologize for anything. Now nobody apologizes for anything. So when you have a complete meltdown, you just go, I'm not going to let the establishment keep me down. I'm not going to. Before you would be like, I am so embarrassed. I apologize. Not anymore. It's a different time. We'll get to these raccoons invading a house and taking over. It's a fun story. That'll give us a little side quest here. We'll give you any other clips we need from the White House and what's happening there. School's back, but there's already a controversy. Already a fresh controversy. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This season, Real Radio 104.1 is the Orlando radio home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hear every game here, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucs.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound approaching John Young Parkway.
Hey, everybody.
Slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways.
Good news. I mean, everything seems to be fairly cordial in the White House, right? That's good. So far.
Traffic Center of James, Birmingham.
So far, so good.
Sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places to take credit cards.
All right, I got another clip for when we come back.
9%. If you don't
We'll get to this school controversy.
You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 news.
Nicole says, I damn sure would not vote for that guy. Seems like a piece of work. Seems like an angry individual. All right, a few minutes and we're back live on the show. Guess you can blame somebody for allowing this kind of behavior. I don't know who am I blaming? Did they give Zelensky McDonald's for lunch? No. But they might have, I'm not sure. Abraham says, what's YouTube fighting about now? I might have missed it, I don't know. Taco Bell, they want to collect his squirts? That is disgusting. Crazy drunk cat lady, that is disgusting. They're in the meeting now? Yeah, well, they're in the closed door meeting now. They've wrapped up their sort of in front of the cameras stuff. And now they're in a meeting with European leadership, Zelensky, everybody. Basically, Trump is going to parrot back to all these people because he centered himself in this. And he's going to parrot back to them what he talked to Putin about in Alaska. And then they're going to see if they can come to some sort of agreement. I know that Zelensky has been pretty hard and fast with, like, we're not giving up any territory. We're not giving up any of our sovereign territory. That would reward Russia for invading us and invite them to do it again. I don't think he's going to get out of it unless he gives up something. Some of these places where it's in the northeastern portion of Ukraine. And a lot of Russians live there because they move them there. I would be concerned Russia would do it again. Well, yeah, of course. Of course you would be. Although I'll tell you, a lot of people, even when Putin was amassing all of the troops on the border, there was a lot of dipshits online, including Hassan, who gets everything wrong over on Twitch. Twitch is the number 2 streamer, who said it's not going to happen. There's no way Russia will invade. It's not going to go down. And it's been interesting to watch because there's sort of a horseshoe theory here in play with Russia. There's a lot of leftists who support Russia, who take issue with Ukraine for the most retarded issues ever. They side with Putin and they side with Russia in the battle between Russia and Ukraine almost exclusively because they have false beliefs about rampant Nazism amongst the ranks of the Ukrainian military, which is just stupid. Many dumb people agree. Zelensky likes Pizza Hut. They got Pizza Hut over in Ukraine? Probably, huh? Part of the deal would be security guarantees for Ukraine. Yeah, that's what they're hashing out now. I hope they come to a conclusion that is a positive one. I hope they stop shooting at each other. I hope Trump is successful in doing whatever the hell he can do to stop fighting in Ukraine, to stop fighting in Gaza, to stop Hamas from repeatedly bombing the hell out of Israeli civilian targets, to stop all of this stuff. I think it's a lofty goal, specifically the ones in the Northeast with Gaza and Israel. But I'd love to see it happen. Were it Biden, were it anybody in the White House, I'd say I wish them the best of luck. Ending bloodshed should be bipartisan. 1 minute. We're coming back. Power Hour on the show has arrived. Let's see what we got in the home stretch. Here we go.
Figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
And I can see it in my neighborhood. They're off. They're learning. Hopefully they're learning. Hopefully some of them can learn to read and write. That's real low expectations, but hopefully
your bar
kids
is
can
not
learn.
very high.
I don't want to set anything too high. I want low expectations, and then I get real excited about the outcome. But allegedly, even though school is back in session, there's some controversy already to the school year. I don't know if I believe this. It's too early. From my experience, and granted, this was a long time ago when I went to school. I've been in high school in multiple years. And in my time in high school, I do recall
they had horse and buggy parking.
They did not have that. High school and middle school, all school. The first week of school was like easy peasy, man. Like, what was there to complain about?
Every once in a while, you would get that teacher who wants to wants to make wants to stand out and gives homework the first day. But for the most part, it was pretty easy going.
Now, neither of you had block scheduling, right? Because I did not.
I did not. No.
So I feel like it's more common now where you're having a different class Monday versus you would Tuesday, and those classes are like 2 hours long.
Okay.
That makes me wonder if the first week of school is very different for block scheduling folks.
I think it probably is. Yeah, I think it's, and I know for Courtney's niece, she is starting her senior year as of this week or last week. And she said she only has, I think, 4 classes because she's got like AP stuff and she's got some other stuff and she got all the credits that she needs. So there's at least some of these kids that go into their senior year, and they don't have to be there that much.
That's what I did.
Oh God, that must have been nice.
When I was a senior in high school, I had extra credits because of summer school classes that I took like ahead of time. I took summer school the year before I was a freshman, like just to get extra credits and get some things out of the way. By the time I was a senior, I only needed 2 classes to graduate. So I went.
So what'd you do all day?
I went.
That's nice.
Left. Went home. Hung out.
So that's unheard of.
So your senior year was just like chilling, basically.
Wednesday, when it was like early release day, the restaurants were still serving breakfast. I could go after. I could get done with my second class and then go to Chick-fil-A and get breakfast.
Nice. Somebody says, Sean, tell us about the one-room schoolhouse. I didn't go to a one-room schoolhouse. All right, I didn't. It hasn't been that long.
Windows were open, no AC.
I went to regular schools. I went to school. I finished school class of 99. All right, 1999. So it's been a little while since I've been in a classroom. But let's see what the problem is now. Allegedly, this is it.
It's tough to be ready and focused at 7:30.
I've seen a few kids also fall asleep during class.
Some say school starts too early in the morning for teens.
It's really a health crisis that our kids are in.
Catherine Nitz is part of a global movement called Start School Later, which advocates for healthy school start times.
Catherine, we're in week 1. You're already pushing this? Start school later?
How late?
I don't know. What time does school start?
I thought it was 8.
I know sometimes it is early. I used to be at the bus stop for high school, 6:45, something. I would have to leave to go to the bus stop. The commute was the problem. Yes, it absolutely was. I don't think the school started too much early, maybe 8 or 9 or something. But they're saying that the schools are just starting too early. Did she call it a mental health crisis? I think that's what she said.
Where middle schools start no earlier than 8 a.m. and high schools start at 8:30 or later.
Right,
in 2018, she started an SSL chapter in Rochester Hills to address what she says is chronic sleep deprivation in teens.
Kids really need that 5 to 7 a.m. sleep, that REM sleep. That's where your brain goes through emotional regulation and memory consolidation. So these kids are constantly fighting against their biology.
The sad thing is, this lady's probably well-meaning, but every young kid is going to be like, yes, we need our REM.
My brain hurtsies. Don't know what to say.
I can't get up that early. I'm not able to do it.
That's what we've been doing.
Maybe if you're going to have a 9 to 5, which at least some of you should have, for a job soon after you graduate, then getting ready by going to school at 1 hour earlier than that is a good little test run. Maybe that would be good, but they don't like it.
I hate it.
See?
I just hate waking up that early.
Told you. And it's just difficult for one to feel tired all the time and to know you can perform better academically.
Birmingham student Spencer Scher spoke to his school leaders about this and helped change his start time at Seaholm High School from 7:30 in the morning to 7:50 this year.
I'm very excited. I mean, obviously we, as an organization with Start School Later, we definitely wanted to push back further, but that was all we were able to get this year.
7:30? 7:30 is early. That's quite early to be starting. And what time do you end if you start at 7:30? Because one of the problems is the time doesn't line up fantastically with the average work day. So this is a world I hate to go back into, but I used to have to finish the school day in elementary school and then stay in aftercare. And
back in the day, for sure. Or
parents
sports.
would be way late. 6 o'clock or something was the cutoff, and it was I was always one of the last kids there.
All right, around here, the elementary schools start at 8:45. All right. So then we have 9:30 for middle schools.
Nice. That's where it should be. 9:30 seems right.
And high schools are 7:20.
7:20. Boy. They're going to complain about this because they're making them get up earlier. But they have to do this because of the school buses, I think.
Man, I feel like 7:20 seems earlier than it used to be, but I might be
that's
wrong.
Early too. 8 a.m. always seemed like the deal, but 9:30. How are parents who work 9 to 5s supposed to work around that?
It's tough for their scheduling, for sure. The problem is everybody has to take the same school buses. So you only have so many school buses, and then you have the different grades and the different schools. So somebody has to go to school earlier, and the high school kids are older. So it's better to have them start their school day earlier than some of the other kids where they're younger. So That's what they're complaining about here. We're real early into the school year to be complaining about this, but where we are regardless. Let's go back to the White House. Let's see what's happening there. Another clip with Trump talking about these negotiations. Let's see if we can get anything from this.
Look, we just spoke to, I was just telling the president, I just spoke to President Putin indirectly, and we're going to have a phone call right after these meetings today. And we may or may not have a trilat. If we don't have a trilat, then the fighting continues.
By the way, trilat, if you're hearing that, is a trilateral agreement. That means like a multi-front agreement.
And if we do, we have a good chance. I think if we have a trilat, there's a good chance of maybe ending it. But he's expecting my call when we're finished with this meeting. Thank you very much.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. Everybody calm down. Jeez. Same time.
It was a crowded room.
Yeah, they're all going for it. I swear they sneak in more gold every single time I see this room. There's more gaudy.
Look at that. That is unreal.
Man.
Like Diet Saudi Arabia. Like,
you think South Park's going to be getting a hold of this and just get golder and golder?
The whole White House is going to be gold in South Park, if not real life.
It's accelerating. It's to me and my taste. What do I know? Very tacky, but what do I know about fashion and taste in these things? Okay, let's see. Six Flags is saying it's been a tough year. Tough for them. You think it's tough waking up and going to school so early? What about waking up and working at Six Flags when they got problems? They got problems over there. Q2 attendance down 9% from last year.
No.
Why? Well, they said two things. They blame it on high temperatures because it's hot. People don't want to be necessarily in these theme parks. And the other thing is thunderstorms, because there's been a lot of those every single day, too. And honestly...
How much are those tickets, though?
I don't know. What's a ticket cost to Six Flags? You can blame the weather,
and then you are going to show me like a $60 single-day pass.
Let me see. I don't have it here, but...
Six Flags, and what... Did they say where?
It doesn't say. It just... The whole company. The whole company is Six Flags. Yeah. Tell me what that is when it pops
up. Me, as low as $25.
That sounds real cheap. I don't know. I don't know if that's on like non-peak hours, non-peak days, in the middle of a thunderstorm, or what they're doing. But the only way to beat this, with it being hot and rainy and it affecting all the theme parks, all of them, save for Disney and Universal is just kind of spreading things around a little bit more.
Reddit is saying plan for a $75 each person day.
$75? Okay. How do you feel about this? I watched a video over the weekend of a theme park, which I believe was, double check me on this, fact check me on this, C-Lane, Warner Brothers theme park in Dubai, I believe. All right. Now, if you don't know about Dubai, here's how Dubai works. It's kind of almost a borderline slave economy. Everybody who lives in Dubai, like the actual citizens of Dubai, they make up about 15% of the population. Okay? 15% of the population. Meaning 85% of the population is like migrants and workers, people who will come over to do the work for this oil-rich population. All of the Dubai citizens have these sweet, cushy government jobs where they barely work and they make a whole lot of money. And all the people who are foreigners, they work on the underclass.
It's coming back them. Abu Dhabi, not Dubai.
Abu Dhabi? Okay, maybe it is Abu Dhabi. Same. It's almost the same exact situation, honestly, with their finances and marketplace. But they launched this theme park. And did you see the theme park in question? DC Universe or something?
If I'm reading this right, this is the world's second largest indoor theme park.
It's massive. It is massive. Like, it's as big as like an Islands of Adventure or something, but it's all indoors on account of living in the desert.
Interesting.
And
it's like a giant Truman Show.
And honestly,
good now.
I hate it. I feel like a theme park should be outdoors. When it's indoors, like some of the areas you go in are dim and it's like supposed to be nighttime. Some of the areas, they turn all the lights on and it's bright and it's supposed to be daytime. But it just feels weird. You're not outside.
It gives you a little uneasy feeling.
Yeah. But I do wonder, with their technology, do you feel or forget that you're inside? And is this the future? What was that show we loved, Celine? Paradise?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah, it's on the wiki page. I mean, the skyline looks legit.
Like, it looks cool, right? And the rides that they have at this Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi, the rides are super impressive. They have a Batman ride. They have a Green Lantern ride. They have a Scooby-Doo ride. They are the real deal. It cost $1 billion. Now, as far as I know, Epic Universe costs like $7 or so billion. So it's cheaper than that, but it's all indoors.
It looks kind of like from the outside, like a mall. But
yeah,
instead
like
of stores, they have rides.
Right.
And
but
stores.
it's so hot in the desert that they don't want to have theme parks outside.
Did you
which
imagine
would be great.
the cooling bill for this place?
Oh my God.
Ruh-roh, to say the least.
That's how it works over there, I guess. And you know what they call it?
Yas.
Yas Island. Yas
I thought that was
Island.
a joke.
No, Yas Island is this group of these theme parks, which one of them is this indoor theme park, Warner Brothers World.
Yas Island is just a place in Abu Dhabi.
That's what I was saying, because the trademark is by the Warner Bros. World.
Yeah. Yas Island is these things. I think Mario Andretti's or something like that is one of the other places. There's a bunch of different theme parks all pushed together, and you could buy a package ticket at all the locations.
Island in Abu Dhabi, named after the Arabian tribe Bani Yas. Leisure island and one of the largest tourism projects in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, and this is one of those places they built out of nothing. Like, there was not supposed to be anything there. Much like Vegas in many ways. They built something out of nothing. But they wanted to Vegas-proof it. And they wanted to say, even if it's hot, even if it's raining, even something like that's happening. It's not going to rain a lot there. You get the point. We'll just do indoor. But the vibes aren't good. I don't like the vibes. And I'll tell you, a lot of places are struggling like this. It's not just Six Flags. I saw somebody over the weekend that went to Vegas, and I think there's something to it, friends. Vegas looked dead. It looked absolutely dead over the weekend.
That's a very expensive place to be dead.
Yeah. They need the tourists. They need these people. So maybe there will be more of these places that they build that are indoors like that. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the vibes of that. Let us know what you think. Let's go over to this. In the meantime, I promised the story. So here it is out of Merritt Island. Raccoons have invaded a home. They have taken over.
It is a story you will only see right here on West 2 CW18. Not one or two, but more than half a dozen raccoons invaded a Brevard County home earlier this morning. West 2's Gail Pascal Brown reports the cats went bonkers and no one knew what had happened until the homeowners checked their security cameras.
Uh-oh.
I think the raccoons
just
did
one
that
night?
2 or 3 days ago, and then they came back with all their buddies. I think he went through, fell in the pool, and scared himself, and went out the kitty door or the doggy door.
You mean the door that
like the little bit
animals can go in and out of?
This is only supposed to be for my approved pets.
Yeah,
I don't
quick
want
question. Why is this so crazy?
This is an invasion, is what's happening.
That's 6
and
raccoons?
my favorite part is this, and tell me if you agree with the old man.
Sabrina, to be fair. It's 8
I
of
thought they
them.
said half a dozen.
Tell me if you agree with the old man. His theory is the following, okay? Sheila and Sabrina, tell me if you agree. The theory is the one raccoon landed in the pool and took a look around and then escaped out the door and then went back and talked to all his raccoon buddies and was like, come on, guys. And then they came
This
back.
place is awesome.
And do you think that's realistic? Do you think a raccoon could find something cool and go to the other raccoons and be like, y'all, you gotta check this out. Come back with me.
You've seen it before. You've seen it with deer. You've seen it with bears, where they show up, that one brave animal, and then all of a sudden, it's the whole family comes to join.
Yeah,
they don't
I don't know,
talk,
maybe.
but maybe it's just follow me. I'm the leader. I just did the solo journey ahead of time to see if it was going to kill us.
Like, you guys are never going to believe this. It's going to be absolutely wild.
Ants do that, but that's more of a scent thing, I think, right?
Right.
But I'm saying, do you think the animals could be like in their own raccoon language? You guys, this is incredible. Come on, I got a
pool.
house. Yeah, there's like food everywhere.
I had 5 raccoons in my driveway the other day.
Well, you could have made the news if you had one more.
I'm 3 short of an invasion.
One by one, raccoons entered the Klerner household, scaring their cats in Merritt Island around 3 Sunday morning. No one knew what happened until Richard and his wife, Margaret, looked at their home surveillance video.
We started looking at all the raccoons.
Wow.
They were having a party.
What's the name of this place?
I was starting to laugh at the woman. Wow.
Merritt Island. Let's try to get some more exciting things happening, please.
No, this is big. The raccoons have taken over.
To do the sit-down interview for 6 raccoons that showed up.
Yes, the raccoons took over, and now they think like the raccoons have had a meeting, and the raccoons are going to take over other houses in the area.
There was several of them on the step right there.
Wow.
There was several of them in the jacuzzi just splashing around. The 3 of them in the jacuzzi splashing around.
Where'd the other 3 go?
And then looking at the other videos from the other camera on the side covered porch, we saw them all coming in and out of the house.
This guy, he thinks he's got a big one on his hands.
I mean, but now
they're out there.
Imagine they gave him this. He sent this over to probably all of the news stations. Mm-hmm. They picked it up, and he's like, I'm obviously going to send every bit of boring-ass news to all of these contacts moving forward.
How
many cats you got?
They had 8 of these raccoons. There were at least 2 cats inside the house. They were very scared. Oh no, this guy. He called the authorities, including 911. Bro, what are you calling
raccoons?
What are you calling 911 on raccoons for?
This is the problem with the opposite of kids today. Thank
you.
The
Florida Wildlife Commission, and he tried reaching out to Brevard County Animal Services. He mentioned that his neighbors have also had trouble with the raccoons.
Request that 911 call, please.
We've got an emergency on our hands here, according to this old man. We'll see what you think. Send us your dispatches. Fire those off to thenewsjunkie.com.
Look, guys, this is my invasion. Mm-hmm. My own raccoon invasion.
Whoa. Yeah. Call the authorities.
I see one. I see one in the tree out in front of your house.
2 in the tree.
Those are babies, too. How cute.
Oh, no. Those are the babies.
There's 2 underneath.
Three under the car.
Sealand, are you okay? How are your animals?
They're having a party, Sabrina.
They've taken over. They've taken over the place. Excuse me. Apologies. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see what's on your mind. Got a lot of feedback coming in, so we'll play that. Got a bunch of clips to get to, so we'll grab bag, segment it up. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's no serious problems affecting your travel time on the major roadways this afternoon, although there are a couple things off to the shoulder.
Chat.
You're going to run into some familiar delays.
I'm going to need your help.
That amusement park area. See traffic.
I'm going to need your help.
Instant oil change traffic tip line at 8.
Here's what I have for you. It's Monday. I got everything ready for Today I Learned except for the last song. What is an absolute banger that we could use right now to end the show in our last segment? Hello? How'd it go?
Did you get my picture?
Oh yeah, I saw, but I didn't look. I saw, but I didn't look. Oh, is that nowadays?
No, it's all the other brands, but I just got 2.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that.
I don't know what's going on. It says on the sign, like, please bear with us. So.
Okay, let me see. Re-merchandise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's like, you know how that one had to have a sticker on it?
Yeah.
Like maybe they cracked down on it looking too fun.
Well, somebody had told me, I told you about that they had 2-for-1 deals or something.
I never saw that.
Or BOGO deals.
I told them I never had that.
No? Okay. All I'm doing is relaying the message.
No, I know. I'm relaying the message.
I'm relaying it back to you.
And then I told you already.
But I am taking.
But I'm right.
I relayed the message to you after you relayed it to me. So that's.
I sent the photo.
No.
Yes, I did.
I got the photo myself.
I sent the best photo.
Huh?
It's the best.
You didn't send the best photo.
That's what
well, I'm glad you got 2. How much was it? Nothing? It was free?
Yeah.
All right. Great.
I had a $5 coupon.
Wow. Okay. Cool. All right, we have a lot to try to squeeze in here to our penultimate segment. But I got to tell you, it's been a blast. It's been an absolute blast. Video killed the radio star. Enter Sandman. Don't you forget. Oh! Wayne, excellent work. Wayne, excellent work, friend. Sir, you may win Chatter of the Day with that kind of action. Even if I've previously yelled at you, I'll take it back for right now. Breakfast Club takes us out. Let's be real. Alright, let me get an interesting tidbit. This is a good one.
Attention poker players, the GABT proudly presents the $250,000 multi-room mayhem, the premier poker event of the year. It all kicks off at Daytona Beach Poker, August 20th through the 24th. Then the action moves to Orange City Poker, August 27th through September 1st, with a $250,000 guaranteed prize pool, including $50,000 guaranteed to first place. This is your shot at poker greatness. Don't miss the
Okay, hang on. We're coming back in 3 minutes.
Orange City Poker.
Hey guys, Russ Rollins here. Lose weight, gain muscle, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you notice a lack of energy lately, how about breaking?
Gotta get my music clipped and set. Sorry, it does take a bit of work. Don't you forget about me. When you are alone, and you suck my balls, and you suck my balls, sucking on my balls. Alright, so let's download those. Now I just gotta toss them over here. And I'm going to cue them up.
We're here to let you know that FAS Exteriors is Orlando's #1 window door and contractor. You can count on fair pricing, installation, and customer satisfaction. Trust the experts at FAS Exteriors. Schedule your free consultation now at FASWD.com.
Fit it in. 90 seconds left. Queuing up. Don't you forget about me. I think we can just go from the beginning.
This is Joe Cordell.
Okay, folks, we're coming back in 1 minuto.
When a professional practice or a small business is involved, and of course, online.
And in Mexican, that means minute.
For over 35 years, we've helped guys,
Mexican?
lawyers, and business owners.
Well, I don't have to tell you.
Process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building.
And what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
There's a vile sickness in Abbottstown. You must excise it. Dig into the deep earth and cut it out.
From iHeart Podcasts and Grim and Mild from Erin Mankey, this is Havoc Town, a new fiction podcast set in the Bridgewater audio universe. Listen to Havoc Town on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Havoc Town and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Filling in the the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
for being with us. Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom, and you can learn about the show. It's called The News Junkie, and you won't be shocked to learn, I don't think, that you can learn more about it at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see what we got here as we start to wrap things up today. One thing I wanted to work in was, Courtney just got back. Make of this what you will. She just got back from Total Wine, and I've heard of this being an issue, but the THC drinks are getting blasted off the shelves everywhere.
God.
Everywhere. They're selling out, I think. Now, I hope this is not like some kind of other problem going on, but the THC section is like empty. It's like gone.
I think they had to get rid of they're switching up rules on what can go out there.
This is gonna happen.
This better not change my nowadays.
No, I think they had to get rid of like single serving cans over a certain milligrams.
Okay.
Or something like that.
All right, because I was getting the 10 milligram. I just need one of them. I sleep like a baby.
I think you can get like a case of 10 milligrams, but you can't get a single one. There was something about it. I may or may not have been talking to some people at a Total Wine recently. So,
were you
before
commiserating?
Or after a 10 milligram beverage?
No, I did not enjoy any of those over the weekend. No, I just did a lot of regular alcohol beverages. Just
Good.
It says, please bear with us as we re-merchandise our THC-infused beverage inventory.
Yeah, Sean on YouTube says, same here for our ABC. It's a labeling issue, which we ran into. I think we tried some THC drinks that had like a sticker on them with a different logo than it used to have, because I think the governor or somebody was upset that the logo looked too cool, or like looked like kids would like it, something like that. Yeah. So a bunch of them are running into these labeling issues.
I'll never understand that. I'll never understand this idea that, like, if it looks like it's made, if it's got a cartoon character on it, no kids will ever be like, come on, get out of here.
I mean, I get not wanting the Flintstones to sell cigarettes is, probably a step in the right direction.
No, I liked that. That was
Come on, Fred, let's have a Winston break.
The world was a better place. What are you talking about? You get that? That was fantastic.
I understand that, but I don't like some of these ideas about a logo can't look too cool, or flavoring things with like candy flavors or fruit punch. And it's like, well, what if adults like those flavors? You're allowed to be a grown-up and like grape stuff.
Yeah, which you get shocked and blast. You're going to learn one day when you get older that if you look at drinks in the bar, almost all of them are made after some like sort of fruity kid-type drink, for God's sake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they went after flavored cigarettes.
Yeah.
They didn't want vanilla cigarettes or anything like that, because the kids are going to want them, and I'm like, they're going to do that to your vodka next.
True. Yeah, don't let them do it. Don't let them take that away from you.
I drew the line at like funfetti triple layered wedding cake vodka that they had available.
It's a little
at some
sweet.
Point.
How do you feel about peanut butter whiskey that's been in my car for an hour?
Yeah, I've got to say that was first and last for me. It was nasty.
Did you have one of those? I thought you were there too late.
No, she missed the tequila.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we did the cheers with the peanut butter whiskey.
The off-brand tequila, which C-Lane brought.
Camarena is not off-brand.
I never heard of it before. Is that an on-brand? Camarena?
Adam Moreno?
Camarena tequila.
That was new for me, but I mean, look, it is what it is. My expectations weren't high. We were just sitting there waiting to take pictures with people. I was happy that you had anything that I could drink,
I'm just glad I didn't go with my original plan of bringing a styrofoam cooler full of seltzers.
Yeah.
Because, the styrofoam coolers are way expensive these days. $11 for a styrofoam, for something I'm going to throw away.
That's insane.
Yeah, at Wawa. But the other thing was, once again, year after year, I Uber to this event, and I am dropped off at a door that is not open, and I have to circumnavigate the entire Science Center and go in through the freight elevator and just try a bunch of doors until I figure out where I am. And I would have been doing that with a heavy-ass cooler full of beers.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, the
juice would have been worth the squeeze.
Yeah, the high noons were $10.
Maybe next year we could get some of our other halves who just stand across from us boozing.
Everyone else's other halves did that. Our other halves were nowhere to be found.
The only person that was...
You were nowhere to be found.
The only person...
How many times are you going to mention that? Do you want a reaction out of me? Come on.
The only person that was brought a drink was Deb.
Yeah, and Chris, that angel.
Yeah.
But then Deb proceeded to tell me that Tori was nice enough to go get Jim something. And then all of a sudden we look over at the monsters. They're also drinking as well.
Well, Courtney wasn't there. I didn't expect her to get me anything. She did when she came over. But I was happy that Sealand and I were able to have some sort of drink, something to savor until Sabrina got there hours and hours later.
Thank God.
Beginning of the event. Everybody else got there on time. But,
Yeah, I was late, guys. Daisy.
Oh, it's brand new. It's a brand new problem has arrived.
Yeah, great. Y'all done, or do you want to do 5 more times of the mention of it? You got my reaction that you needed, right?
Yeah. No, I don't need your reaction.
But you keep mentioning it. I'm not responding to it, and then here we are doing it.
This is a great thing, folks. This is a very, very grown-up
This is fun.
and great
I'm
thing.
excited for it.
What we do is we routinely show up late to absolutely everything.
And then we leave 2 hours after it starts.
And then if we, I stayed there every second that I was supposed to stay there, and I was professional and on time. And then if somebody else says something about us not being on time to the event, then that's the ridiculous thing. It's not the lack of attention to
fully
to
aware,
detail.
but it was like it's so many times that you mentioned it without me like making a thing out of it. So
yeah, because it's annoying. It's annoying. It's not respectful of people's time. It's annoying.
I apologize for disrespecting you.
Oh, I really felt that. Felt like that was the case. I think that you can scoff at it all you want. I hate
I'm not scoffing anything. I'm fully
You're
admit.
getting mad that I'm calling you out for being late for the millionth time.
You don't stop.
Because you don't stop being late.
Oh my God.
Respect people's time, for God's sake.
I didn't disturb your stuff. Everything still went just as smoothly
you
as
did.
it was.
If we weren't there on time,
oh my God,
what would have happened? Why are you allowed to be late?
The tournament would have gone just as it did.
Why are you allowed to be late? Why are you allowed to be late, but nobody else is?
You have no idea why I was late.
Okay.
How about that?
All right. No, I'm saying it's just a constant.
Speaking of late, we're late for that commercial we're supposed to be hitting.
I'll take the break whenever I'm ready and excited to do it. A couple of emails coming in. tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
Gets excited to take breaks.
I might be at the end of this. DeBloodwig sends an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It says, on those schools, some elementary schools start as early as 7:15 in the morning here in Las Vegas, he says. Over to CN, who says, my son's high school, this is even earlier, starts at 7:20 a.m.
Yeah, that's the one in most of Orlando has 7:20.
That is quite early. I didn't want to side with the kids, but that is pretty damn early in the morning.
But I feel like my dad, it was my dad, whenever he would take me to school, would always drop me off ridiculously early. Like he had work early or something, I don't know. So I would end up, if school started at 7:20, I think sometimes he would drop me off at like 6, and I was like, I hate this. There's nobody here.
No, it doesn't feel right. It feels like what the hell? I'm supposed to be here at a particular time, and that's the time I'm going to be at that place. Imagine that. Quick break.
Shut up already about it. You made your point, man.
I get to do whatever I want, and no one can criticize me.
It's great, but I'm just telling you, it's over. You've really drilled it in there.
Quick break.
Long break, so long.
When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Peace, love, unity, respect. I would wear my knuckles down to a nub punching people in the place.
Oh, I thought it's just because you drag them.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.9 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, we are going to be expecting a typical summer-like day across Central Florida, with temperatures climbing to a high of around 93 degrees in Orlando, with around a 60% chance of some scattered afternoon showers and storms. These will be packing a lot of lightning and heavy rainfall, so keep that in mind if you have any.
Folks, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Credit Union.
Appreciate you.
Happens here. Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit
I gotta get to nail Erin,
to join their community.
but I do want you to tell me, what do you rate the show today? What do you rate the show out of 10 today? I give it a 7.05. But I want to know what you think. Rate the show out of 10. Let me know. We'll come back with that in our chatter of the day. Hey, folks. Nothing else really coming out of the White House as of now because it's all behind closed doors. But if there's anything else, we'll update you on that. I think the ultimate move would be to come out of break late. No. We'll stay on time. 3 out of 10, too much Trump again? There wasn't that much Trump today. And by the way, when there is Trump like that, it's not like, oh, what are you, fucking allergic, weirdo? Like, we were talking about what's going on at the White House. I did not talk about things in like a partisan way. Just talked about what was happening. 10 out of 10 for your correct take on the Breakfast Club? Thank you. And who is our chatter of the day? It's time for it. Imagine the news junkie talking about news. I know, it's shocking. Too many poop suitcase stories. There was only one. Have you ever considered mood stabilizers? My mood is very stable, Radio Michael 7. My mood is stable. What's changing about my mood? What we have here is an issue where there's a time to be at a place, everybody follows the rules, shows up at the time that they're supposed to be at the place, except for one person. If you say anything about it, it's like hell to pay. That is bullshit, that is nonsense, and it doesn't fly. Sorry. Weed for chatter of the day? No. Sean's mood is on time. I think being on time is important. I think it's important to be like moderately on time. Be respectful of other people's time. I do find that to be important. People who routinely ignore that, it's like, you're just being a fucking asshole. And then if there's any resistance to it, it's like, well, what's the big, like, come on. Come the fuck on. Please. Chatter of the day. Who was the one who came up with the Breakfast Club? Whoever that was. Chatter of the day. Congratulations. You did it. Mario?
The professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
It's hurricane season. Are you ready? Batteries Plus has you covered with batteries, flashlights, and backup power. Stop by today and let their experts help you get exactly what you need to be storm ready. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Real Radio 104.1.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star.
Make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thank you for hanging out with us today. It's appreciated. We got a long week in front of us, and I'm sure we'll have some fun along the way. So thanks to everybody who wants to be part of that. Learn more about the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, we have a couple of minutes, shockingly, on the way out, so let's make the most of it and work in some of these dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got on the way out with your dispatches, and let me refresh just to get the latest and greatest. Big Bad Beard is talking about some start times at schools. Here is Big Bad Beard.
Hey, junkies, talking about school and whatnot.
Hey.
My daughter is in second grade, and their school starts at 7:45. She has to be there. And let me tell you, a pickup line, drop-off line, because I drop her off. My girlfriend picks her up. It's rough. It's horrible. It's so far down the road where I'm at, it's crazy, and we're in Volusia County.
Damn.
Back when I was in high school, I was getting to school, started at 7:30. I had a 0 hour that started at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's rough.
It was ridiculous. I'd be up crazy early. These kids are over here whining and crying. Oh my, boo-hoo. I don't get enough sleep. Well, get off your phone and stop staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now, that might be it. But on the other hand,
punk kids,
somebody does have to take the hits. Like, somebody has to be the earliest to show up, and it's got to be either elementary, middle, or high school. And so they just end up choosing it. And maybe they choose it because the kids are older, so let's put them on the buses earliest. Let's put them on the buses in like the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock range because they're high school kids. Somebody's got to take that. And I think that's why the scheduling ends up being that way. But there's a lot of people talking about it. Here's I'm Not a Hippie, speaking of this.
Yeah, but that lady, no students need to get a life, crying about getting up early to go to school.
No love lost.
You know what I was doing from 2012 to 2015? I was working a full-time job, taking 4 college courses from 7 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon, 4 days a week. I wrote 4 books, and then in 2015 alone, I picked up a second job.
Damn.
Come on, man. You can't get up early to go to school?
Good for you, dude.
They don't make them like they used to, man.
All right,
hippie out.
All right, thank you. I'm not a hippie. Excellent work. Good for you for having that kind of dedication. And now it's time to wrap everything up. No, he said writing. How many books did he say? He's like, I'm writing books, getting everything done way before everybody else. He said I wrote 4 books. Good for you. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, August 18th, 2025. Today I Learned this lady right here. Sarah McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan is correct, yes. She's got so many great songs. She was once sued by an obsessed fan, Sarah McLachlan was, because she used one of his delusional letters as the basis for her hit song, which you might know of, called Possession. And he said, you're using my song, or my writings, actually, as part of the song that you make, and you're making money off of this.
Was it successful?
Well, he committed suicide before it went to court. So another dark one on the way out. You asked the question, though. She has sold over 50 million albums worldwide and is one of the most successful Canadian singer-songwriters of all time. Today, I learned Bruce Willis lost 2/3 of his hearing in his left ear while filming the movie Die Hard, which was, believe it or not, back in 1988. After he fired a gun next to his ear in the movie. It was reportedly loaded with extra loud blanks, and he was underneath a table at the time. So it caused an incredibly loud noise, and it ended up with him losing 2/3 of his hearing at the time.
Think he has tinnitus from that too, probably?
Maybe. His problems are greater these days, unfortunately. And finally, today I learned this movie right here.
Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club is correct. After screening the 1985 John Hughes film The Breakfast Club for the very first time, studio executives stood up without saying a word. When the producer finally spoke, he said, "It's a piece of S. It's horrible. It's just a bunch of kids in school talking." He was right about that. Yeah, that is actually what the movie is. But back out there for 40 years in the theaters this week, if you're looking for something to burn a hole in your pocket. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast.